This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Fiscally responsible, financial geniuses, monetary magicians. These are things people say about drivers who switch their car insurance to Progressive and save hundreds. Because Progressive offers discounts for paying in full, owning a home, and more. Plus, you can count on their great customer service to help you when you need it, so your dollar goes a long way. Visit Progressive.com to see if you could save on car insurance. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states or situations.
There's one thing that will forever change the way you sleep, and it's the softest 100% organic cotton sheets from Boll & Branch. You'll fall asleep faster, wrapped in the most luxurious comfort. You'll never sleep hot again with sheets that feel breathable to sleep in. You'll experience the purest softness on night one and feel your sheets get even softer with every wash. Discover the difference with 15% off your first set of sheets at bollandbranch.com with code CUMULUS. Exclusions apply. See site for details.
It's the Bob and Tom Show.
You're a beautiful girl, and your pants are on so tight that when you stand just right, I can see it all. When you're on the beach and your bikini's soaking wet, I see a fuzzy silhouette as I look down below. I see your camel toe, your biscuit, your cleavage. I see your cooter cleavage, your monkey, your muffin. You ain't hiding nothing. Your coochie, your flapper. You're showing off your snapper. Your camel toe, it looks alright, so baby let it show. Looks like a big taco. I see your camel toe. Merci, madame, voila les bearded clam. I could really go for a sideways sloppy Joe or a tuna casserole. Baby, don't you know? I never thought I'd see so much of your anatomy. Your jeans are so tight, I'm learning gynecology. I see your camel toe, your knuckle, your nookie. Ooh, I see your cookie, a donut, a bagel. Down below your navel, it's furry, it's fluffy, looking kinda puffy. Your camel toe, it looks alright, so baby let it show. Looks like a big taco. I see your camel toe. Merci, madame, voila les bearded clam. Your biscuit, your cleavage. I see your cooter cleavage, your monkey, your muffin. You ain't hiding nothing. Your coochie, your flapper. You're showing off your snapper. Your camel toe, it looks alright, so baby let it show. Looks like a big taco. I see your camel toe.
Good morning. Hello. From coast to coast, it's the Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom. Bob and Tom. Bob and Tom.
Many portions of the upcoming program have been pre-recorded, meaning they've already happened. And they're about to happen again. Huh. So where was it? Oh yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, we're glad to have you here. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Bless you, Josh. Josh Arnold, fresh from sneezing.
Yeah, it felt good.
Oh, yeah. There's Ace Cosby.
Mini orgasm.
Hey, I'm Chick McGee. Here's Tom, and we have a special guest in the studio.
I'm not sure it's a mini orgasm. Sometimes you get a lot of effluent there.
Well, the way you sneeze.
Yeah, and I'm a big sneezer, too. I can't help it.
Like a month's worth of
Oh.
fluid. The point is, we have a guest, so we got to sort it out here. We're joined by a comedian, Jimmy Pardo. And Jimmy's a very fine stand-up comedian. Every show is different. I've got to tell you that. They're great. Now,
Can I say this very quickly based on Josh's sneeze? Mm-hmm. I once worked at a mall, Lincoln Mall in Matteson, Illinois, and I worked at JR's Music Shop. I was the assistant manager of the record shop.
Oh, wow.
And so we were in the wing by Penny's, and then way down at the wing by Montgomery Ward was my girlfriend Dawn, who worked at Modern Man Clothing.
Oh, yeah.
And one day, I'm in my store, and I blew my nose. And a second later, the phone rang, and Dawn said, "Did you just blow your nose?"
Wow.
She heard me blow my nose across the mall.
Wow.
Oh,
Are you kind of a
man.
honker?
I guess I didn't realize I had, but she knew my nose blow and heard it through the entire mall. Which maybe the mall wasn't doing well that day.
Maybe not.
The nose blow could echo,
Yeah.
but
Right,
yeah, that made me think of that. Your loud sneeze made me think of my ridiculous nose
A fond
blow.
memory.
A real nice memory
Yeah.
of Dawn, who I'm 90% sure was banging her manager.
Oh, no.
Oh, that nice memory just went a different direction.
It's fun.
even that mall sounds like a thing of the past, though.
That mall has been taken down. They what do they call that when they leveled it? They leveled that mall.
Wow.
Yeah.
Lincoln Mall.
J.C. Penney, Montgomery Ward. Yeah.
What was the name of the store?
Weebolts. There was
Yeah.
a Weebolts.
Modern Man, what was it?
Modern Man was the gentleman, the clothing store that she worked at. Jeans West, she worked there as well.
Oh, man.
Jamba Juice? Do you have a Jamba Juice?
No, this was pre-Jamba.
Yeah.
This was Orange Julius.
Yes.
Yeah, this was the 80s. That's when you wanted to work at the mall, when nobody was cooler than the guy at the record store.
Man, the mall was awesome in the
Damn
80s.
right it
Yeah,
was.
it was.
The best.
Walking around in your Miami Vice jacket.
Yeah, sports jacket, too.
Oh,
Was there more than one record store?
there was 3.
Yeah, I was going to say.
There was Music Land, there was Record Bar, then we were JR's Music Shop, and Record Bar and us, we were the kind of independent ones, and Music Land was the,
Right.
when the person would come in, do you have Mac Davis? No, Music Land.
No Camelot?
What? No Camelot. No, we were not a Camelot mall.
Yeah, but that's what we
get,
had.
Did you get free records?
Of course we get the promos. Yeah. That's how you learn about new records, new music.
What about Chess King?
Oh.
There was a Chess King, sure.
Chess King.
Silverman's.
Yeah, man.
I was a model for Silverman's.
Jimmy,
and Chess
in your
Kings.
record store, was there a Jimmy Pardo section, like Jimmy recommends?
Jimmy's picks?
Yeah.
We would have staff picks?
Yeah.
Sure, mine was always probably the latest Chicago, because, or REO Speedwagon, or Styx, or Journey. Or,
Did you get to pick what you played on the PA system when people were shopping for records?
every half record, so you got a record side, and then, Jimmy gets this record side, then now that'd be Christie's turn, Josh.
Was that
In that
effective
order.
in selling that particular album?
Sometimes people would walk up and say, "What is this?" And then,
Interesting.
"Can you please turn it off?" I don't need to hear Lee Ritenour while I'm trying to shop. Play something current and interesting. This is funny. One time we decided to do Jim Neighbors Day, and we played nothing but Jim Neighbors from open to close.
Ironically?
And, nobody. Yes, ironically, and nobody cared for that, except for me and my manager Keith. We thought it was the funniest thing in the world.
That is pretty funny.
Yeah.
Did it affect sales?
You ran out of songs, didn't you?
I think we
had to
replayed some
replay,
stuff.
yeah.
We also did Juice Newton Day. We played Juice Newton all day.
We love Juice here.
We've had Juice Newton Day.
Queen of
here.
Hearts.
Oh,
Yes.
This was after Christmas. Like a couple weeks after Christmas, where it's kind of just dead.
Slow.
We would do it during that time just to kind of entertain ourselves.
What about a Susie Quattro Day?
Sure. What was her big hit with the fella?
Why don't we
Stumbling in.
Stumbling in.
Great song.
Stumbling in.
Great song.
Yes.
Can you name the guy that she does the duet with?
Chris Norman.
Yeah.
I guess you can.
We played a lot.
Yeah, we do.
There it is.
Boy, he really perked up.
Yeah. Isn't it a great song?
Beautiful song.
Tom does not care for this.
Wait a minute. What?
He hates it.
What do you hate about this song? It's joy.
It is. It's
This is
pure
joy
joy.
put
the
to
melody
music.
is
No, it's about a drunk guy stumbling in.
Think so? I thought it was about serendipitous love.
Here's me, baby. Falling into a love relationship.
Here's a song Tom loves. Ready?
Yes.
Shake it up,
No, I don't love
move
this.
it in, move it round.
Disco baby.
Can
No.
you name this artist, Jimmy?
It's Rick Dees and his Cassavetes.
No.
It's not?
It's Paul Lynde.
Oh, it's Paul Lynde. I wasn't listening.
It's not Disco Duck.
It's not Disco Duck.
Sounds like it, though.
Yeah, that's Paul Lynde from his special, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Nice horns. Nice horns.
Nice
Oh,
horns.
my son loves it. Bombastic horns. Bombastic.
Now, you're not a drinking man. I know that. You are.
I am celebrating this July 25 years of sobriety.
That's wonderful.
I used to come into this show very often hungover, sometimes still drunk, when I used to drink in my early days of doing comedy. 25 years, I would drink Miller Lite. That was my drink of choice. Chris, I love the taste of Miller Lite. Still do. If somebody's drinking a Miller Lite, I will take a sip of it and swish it around and then spit it out. And I do that, Josh, about 200-300 times a day. So I think I really...
You are really someone we can learn from.
I think I really got this alcohol thing licked.
You're staying strong.
Yeah, staying strong. Thank you, Josh.
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
right.
One day at a time.
Yeah, because they
That's
say
right. Let me just smell
it's
that
not just
cocaine.
less filling; it tastes great.
That's right. 12 steps. That's all it takes to get there, gentlemen.
No, we get a lot of mail here at the Bob and Tom Show. I got to read this one for you. This begins with a news story we had about the world record steer. The tallest steer in the world is named Romeo, and Romeo was just received this award. 6 foot 4.5 inches tall, and he's currently in an animal sanctuary. Eats 100 pounds of hay and 15 pounds of grain every day.
Wow.
And drinks a bathtub worth of water every day.
He's a big guy.
So we were trying to figure what's the difference between a steer
And a bull.
and a bull, and we learned
that the steer is a castrated cow, and then the bull is the one that's full.
castrated. Yeah.
Yeah.
So here we go. This is from Josh in Virginia. It says, "Good morning, everybody. I was listening to the podcast version of your show, so I'm a few days behind. On Friday's show, you were talking about steers and bulls. Well, we have about 200 mother cows. When I was about 6 years old, I was watching my father castrate calves. We used a rubber band about the size of a Cheerio.
Okay.
I asked my grandfather, what is Daddy doing to that calf? My grandfather said, and I'm quoting directly, gonna take his mind off ass and put it on grass.
Oh, man.
I'm 42 years old now. I still use that line whenever someone asks what we were doing when we were doing
That is folksy.
castrations.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a
That is-
simple thing. You just put a rubber band.
Sure.
Yeah.
I know they did that a lot with hogs. I didn't know they'll do that also with beef, if you will. But boy,
thank you, Josh.
that's got to
in
be
Virginia.
slow. You just cut off the circulation until it just falls off. Yeah.
Give me the slogan again, if you would, Josh.
This man,
This gentleman's slogan, yeah.
it was get his mind off ass and on grass.
Love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
I want a T-shirt.
Yeah, well, they could do that. Well, thank you very much. We return to the Silac Insurance News Desk with Christy Lee. What's happening?
They'll often castrate landscapers for that very same reason. So they're not looking at the wives and stuff. Yeah.
Very smart.
They have to do that.
Focus on your work,
Keep
gentlemen.
their minds off ass.
Yeah.
And on the grass.
Rubber band it
Yeah.
up.
Yep.
Right.
A Michigan man charged with driving on a suspended license is now facing jail time after he joined his court hearing on Zoom while driving. The now viral court footage shows Judge Cedric Simpson shocked to find the defendant, Corey Harris, behind the wheel. When asked whether he was driving, Harris responds, quote, "Actually, I'm pulling into my doctor's office. Just give me 1 second. I'm parking right now." Harris's public defender asks for the case to be adjourned, but Simpson instead revokes Harris's bond and orders he must turn himself in to the Washtenaw County Jail by that evening.
He can drive over.
Yeah.
How dumb do you have to be?
Gotta be dumb.
Yep.
Gotta be dumb.
Wow.
I like how the public defender just went, can we adjourn?
Done?
Yeah.
Put it in drive and get out of there?
Well, good morning. It's Friday, and this is the best of the Bob and Tom Show. This is Christopher in the Bob and Tom Studios. On the show today, Frank Caliendo, Jen Kobler, Greg Warren, Chick loses it, and Tom chases bike thieves. But coming up next, musician Edwin McCain. You'll hear that in just a minute, right here on the Bob and Tom Show.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Fiscally responsible, financial geniuses, monetary magicians. These are things people say about drivers who switch their car insurance to Progressive and save hundreds. Because Progressive offers discounts for paying in full, owning a home, and more. Plus, you can count on their great customer service to help you when you need it, so your dollar goes a long way. Visit Progressive.com to see if you could save on car insurance. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states or situations.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. This is Christopher in the Bob and Tom Studios. The gang is back in here live on Monday morning. Right now, a segment with musician, singer, songwriter Edwin McCain.
We have a special guest in the studio.
Eddie, our engineer.
Tom.
Oh, wait a minute.
Can I ask you a favor?
Yes.
Please don't embarrass us. Please try to act normal in front of Mr. McCain. Please.
The singer and songwriter.
Thank you. I've tried.
Okay, I'll make it. The distinguished.
There's my effort.
Singer and songwriter, Edwin McCain, Edmund.
Well, so much for that.
Edwin McCain. It's a hard name to say. Change it. Edwin McCain.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Woo!
Doesn't he sound like a sheriff in the Old West, though?
Lucas McCain.
Yeah.
Like the rifle. That was my nickname.
Nice.
The Rifleman. Well, really, if I'm telling the truth, so I went to this basketball camp. It was Dick and Dave DiVinzio's basketball camp.
Oh, Dick and Dave, sure.
I don't know if you remember Dave DiVinzio or Dick DiVinzio, who's a big D2 college star and had a basketball camp. And I was a chucker. Passed me the ball, I was going to shoot.
That's right.
12 years old. When I was 12 years old, my confidence far exceeded my ability, and I was going to shoot. So I got the nickname the Rifleman. So
nice.
There it is.
That's cool.
We call that you were a gunner when you shot the ball too much. Gunner!
Yep, gunner.
Shut up, I'm putting it up.
And the Rifleman was Chuck Connors.
Yes.
Yeah.
Paw.
Yeah. And do you remember that it kind of leaked out that apparently he had an early start in 50s era porn?
Oh, God.
Chuck Connors?
He's embarrassing.
Chuck Connors. Yeah, and he also played.
Indeed.
Yeah.
And he played for the Dodgers for a bit, I think.
I think so.
First base, and we all remember this, I'm sure.
The Rifleman.
Oh, when TV was TV.
Sponsored by Paul Mall.
Yeah. And Winston Cigarettes.
Try Pall Mall today, kids.
Cool Bud Light.
The only filterless cigarette.
That's right.
Edwin McCain is our guest. He's a very fine singer and songwriter. And you're on tour with Darius Rucker. And you've known him since before he was famous, right?
We all knew each other as freshmen at the University of South Carolina. And my friendship with them was brief because my college career was a scant one semester.
Yeah, I've been there.
Yeah,
it's okay.
it only took a semester for me and the university to discover that we had nothing to offer each other, which is ironic because they've twice now offered me an adjunct professor job in the last couple of years, and I keep reminding them, I'm like, you guys kicked me out. But yeah, Darius and I knew each other. We used to all go to this place called Muldoon's. They had open mic nights, and Darius and Mark used to sort of host this open mic night, and I used to bug them to death and get up and play. And then when I moved down to Hilton Head and started playing shows, and they started their band, and when they would come through Hilton Head, they would come out and hang out with me at my gig at the Tiki Hut behind the Holiday Inn.
Nice.
On the beach, and our we were all friends, and when they started kind of taking off, I put a band together and was opening for them, and it was just one of those perfect timing things. We were all in the right place.
Were they Hootie and the Blowfish right from the beginning?
And they did the thing. They sold like 10,000 independent albums, and that was like the magic number. If you were an indie band and you sold 10,000 CDs out of your van, you'd get a record deal. And that was Dave Matthews got signed and Hootie got signed, and we were opening for Hootie and Darius, the A&R guy from Atlantic, Darius told the guy, he goes, look, we'll sign with you, but you need to bring our friend with us. Like that, can you imagine?
Oh, that's
can you
great.
imagine how
So
cool?
nice.
Yeah, we'll sign with you guys, but you got to bring our big-headed friend. And he's terrible on the basketball court, but trust us, And so, and Darius sang on the first single with me and did the whole deal with me. Honestly, I spent my whole life trying to repay them for what they did for me early in my career. But you guys were the ones that broke Solitude.
Yeah, I remember
Y'all were
that's
the
great.
ones that started playing it, and it
love
went
that song.
crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You were here when you were just a kid.
Yeah.
Edwin McCain, did you start playing originals, or were you doing covers when you first started going to those open mics?
Half and half. So, and that was a function of I wasn't good enough. I wasn't good enough a guitar player to learn how to play the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. There's way too many chords. So I could play. Some covers. Like I played some Seal and some Jimi Hendrix and like Jane's Addiction and Blues Traveler, and then I was playing all the rest of it was my stuff. And that was only just because my stuff had less chords.
Gotcha.
Now, do you ever play covers now?
I still play. We have some. I play Earth, Wind, and Fire cover, and we have like random covers. God, I'm trying to think. I played a Gap Band cover.
Oh.
We played AC/DC the other night at the concert with Collective Soul. That was pretty fun.
That is fun.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and everybody's like, "What's he doing singing Bon Scott?" Don't worry about it.
Just mind your own business.
Enjoy the show.
We're speaking with Edwin McCain. You mentioned the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. Pat, could we at some point in today's show?
No.
I think it's. I think it's nice.
In front of the great Edmund McCain.
Yeah, I think it'd be nice to.
Talk about embarrassing.
No, we're trying to let Edwin get his. He asked me, please don't make me sing. He wants to get his voice warmed up, and Pat, you have a little tribute. Have you met Pat Godwin?
Yes,
fine guitar
If
player.
anything deserves context, it's this.
This is, Edwin, this is out of left field. I don't know. This is the first draft of the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. It was about a certain jazz singer. It goes something like this. Oh, God help me. It sits down below like the ship we all know, the rectum of Ella Fitzgerald. Sorry. She'd scat when she sang and her bottom would bang. A disaster when the winds would come early.
Edwin, where are you going?
Let's do an edit here. The doctor, it said, would always turn his head when performing her colon procedure. We're almost done, Edwin. There's polyps in corn and Louis Armstrong's horn. The rectum of Ella Fitzgerald.
You pick up on those chords?
That's beautiful.
Isn't that?
There you go.
Isn't that touching?
See, that's the thing, though. Everybody doesn't realize that all these songs it's always the
opening.
rewrite.
Yeah.
My song "I'll Be" the original was Aunt B's got a fake shoulder. Aunt B makes bitchin' pie. And Aunt B's five-cented Gomer. Aunt B's got really flabby thighs. You start
Bravo.
there.
Yes,
Start
yeah.
there and then you go.
Just build up.
Very good.
Very good.
Paul McCartney did Scrambled Eggs. Edwin McCain, a tribute to Aunt B. And she's kind of from where you're from.
That's right. That's right. Mount Airy. I had a bus driver from Mount Airy that I loved, and it's the reason why I don't have a bus driver now. I just knew I could never replace this guy. Wrong Way Dave, specializing in U-turns. And I swear to God, I go, so Dave, he was the greatest driver ever, but that's all he was going to do. Hey, Dave. Yeah, turd. He called me turd. Hey, the trash can's full. Do you mind dumping it while we're on stage tonight? I'd rather quit.
I love guys like that.
All right.
Yes. And he'd be real ornery on the way out. But about, 300 miles from home, he'd be like, hey, Turd, you need me to pull over and get you anything? He'd be all sweet. The last 200 miles coming into home,
Yeah. And you do drive your own bus. You were telling me last time you were here that you had to take some kind of a special test to be able to drive that thing.
Yeah, I didn't for years because we were private coaches, but now we're under the DOT and all the thing. And I remember when I had to get had to get my company, my DOT number, and I had to submit my driver training program, and we have to be on a random drug screen. And I went to Old Wrong Way, and I said, "Hey, Dave, Turd, we're going to be on a random drug screen now. You understand that?" He goes, "Well, hey, Turd, today's my last day."
Now, has Darius ever ridden on your bus?
Darius has ridden in an airplane with me.
Oh.
I flew him. I'm a pilot, and I flew us from one gig to another. And when we landed, he looked at me and went, "You really do know how to fly." And I was like, "You got in this plane not 100% sure?"
Wow. That's faith. That is serious business. You're working on a new project, and I understand we're working on getting some of the background on that set up for you.
Yeah, I've got a record. First record I've made in 15 years, and Lee Brice and Bobby Bones kind of talked me into it. I was sort of in that mindset of nobody really, everybody's like, everybody be nice. You go, "When are you putting out a new record?" I'm like, "You're not going to buy it." Like, what are you talking about? Yeah, I'm the same way. I listen to the same first two AC/DC records that I love, and I don't know any of the other ones, and so and I got talked into it. I was like, okay, I'll make another record. I'll go do this one more time. Got a record deal, got a management company, and I'm back out here showing my kids the old man's going to make a lap. Let's see what the old man could do. I've been got back in shape. I'm trying to go out here and do it one more time. And
all right, we're happy.
Who knows what's going to happen. But
and are these songs you wrote?
Most of them. This one you're going to hear is Matt Ramsey from Old Dominion is on it, and it's a song he wrote. And I called him and I said, "Hey, man, do you have any happy songs?" Because it's not really what I do. And I got a pile of really sad ones over here, and I need a happy song. And he sent me this song, and then we ended up cutting it together. So.
And how many did you write for the last 15 years? Do you have songs sitting around you've been thinking about?
This whole time I've been writing. So what I would do is things would happen, and I would write a song for whoever the person was and record it and send it to them. It wasn't ever, songs don't always have to be for commercial consumption. So I had lots of songs, but the problem is a lot of the songs are after some tragic thing.
Oh.
I mean, where we are in our lives, right? Like there's a lot of, it's a different spot we're all in. And so I had all these songs. I was like, God, this is a pile of sad songs.
Now, have you ever been approached to take one of your songs and turn it into a commercial? Have you ever been asked?
Not off the top of my head. I mean, I know that a lot of the songs. I mean, listen, I've been all over Toyota about greatest van of your life for a million years. But nobody will take me up on it. I was like, "Are you kidding me? This song's tailor made for that." And but no, I haven't gotten lucky yet.
Approach the drug companies. If you watch the evening news, every commercial is for some. I usually can't figure out what illness or ailment it's for because it's always the same thing. People in beautiful country spots walking around playing frisbee with dogs. But then you'll hear, "Oh, wait a minute, that's whatever. That's Earth, Wind and Fire, whoever it might be in the background. Maybe one of your tunes. Cash in."
Well, I have been approached by a bunch of companies trying to buy my catalog, which is interesting, and it's and I suspect it's the AI thing that's coming. It's going to create a new revenue stream for publishing because they have to have some kind of license to basically co-opt your entire musical style. Like the AI, the fans of Oasis got so tired of waiting for an Oasis record that they got AI to do it, and it's shockingly good. But it poses all kinds of copyright infringement questions, and so that's going to be an interesting.
Well, cool. Are you going to sell?
if they ring the bell, if they hit the number, and then y'all will be like, whatever happened to that guy?
New bus, new plane.
Whatever happened to that dude?
I don't know, but he's smiling somewhere.
New
I know
Island.
that.
Writing happy songs now.
Right.
He's back at the Tiki Bar.
I'm back at the Holiday Inn at the Tiki Hut.
But those were great days, though, huh?
I didn't know any better. I was 18 and I moved to Hilton Head, and I figured I just got as many gigs as you could get, and so I played 10 a week. I played 3 on Saturdays. I played 12 to 4 at the Tiki Hut, 6 to 10 at this place called Sneakers across town, and then 10:30 to 1:30 at Daddy's Axe. I didn't know you weren't supposed to play 3 shows.
How'd your voice hold up?
I was 18. Yeah. I mean, I you can't be killed by conventional weaponry back then.
That's true.
Yeah. Imagine there were probably some groupies and probably good days. Huh?
There was a lot of girls from Ohio,
really?
as I recall. Like Ohio, apparently, Hilton Head is like the closest beach to Ohio. I guess is like I don't know, a lot of nice people from Ohio.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah.
Generous.
Yeah.
Eager. You might
Giving.
say. Yeah.
Giving people from Ohio. We've always said that. Tom and I are from Ohio. Yes, we're giving.
That's right.
Darn right.
We're gonna make Edwin McCain play a song here in a minute. I know we're trying to get your vocals all lined up there. We have time for a quick news story from Christy Lee first, though. How about that?
Yeah, sure. A remote tribe in the Amazon was connected to the internet using Elon Musk's Starlink. And among the other things they discovered...
Porn?
Yep.
There we go.
According to the New York Times, the Marubo people who live along the Itui River, deep in the Amazon rainforest,
that's Patui River.
preserved their way of life for hundreds of years until gaining high-speed internet access last September.
Isn't this a terrible thing?
It's a horrible thing.
No,
in the 9
it's
months,
progress. Grandma, Grandpa, it's all progress.
the
Come
village
on.
has had Starlink. Villagers have fallen for scams and become addicted to social media and pornography. 73-year-old Tazanima Marubo told the Times that everyone was happy at first as they were able to video chat with faraway loved ones and send out emergency calls. And though she said things have gotten worse, Tazamaria followed up by saying, "But please, don't take our internet away." This new window to the outside world has left many in the tribe feeling torn and has created division among tribal members.
Well, thank goodness that hasn't happened to us. Yeah. Can you imagine if social media drove us apart?
Right.
Yeah, it just seems like a terrible thing to do to these people.
Right? Leave them alone. They were happy.
They were doing just fine.
Yes.
Well, and how ironic that it's Amazon.com to.
Yeah, I wonder if they deliver there.
You know, can I get a new spear? I wonder what kind of porn they're into, Josh. What do you think?
I don't know.
Wouldn't that be odd?
Is odd.
Seeing it for the very first time.
And how'd they find it? Did they, I mean, is
Did they
it just
search
human
boobs?
instinct to type in people
doing it?
Yeah, well, you know.
I mean, or if it's like Amish. And they just like watching them build furniture and stuff.
Yeah. It's not our porn at all. Like they're just looking at people using silverware.
Well, if you don't know how to already, we're going to learn you something on this Friday morning. We're going to teach you how to Tom speak. It's coming up in just a few minutes. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? This week only, all Pro Elite wash items and accessories are buy one, get one half off. That's car wash, tire cleaner, leather cleaner. All buy one, get one half off. Sponges and towels, we've got duo weave, waffle weave, whatever weave you want. Accessories too. Pro Elite floor mats, car covers, and more. Any Pro Elite item, buy one, get one half off. This week only at AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show on a Friday. This is Christopher in the Bob and Tom Studios. A great segment here. It's called Tom Speak because this is the way that Tom speaks.
Willie Griswold's here.
Hey, man.
In the house. There's Ace. Hey, I'm Chick. And here's Tom.
Got some Tom Speak for starters.
Is that right?
As do I.
I'd say this is poetry.
Okay.
No, Tom Speak is when you can't think of the word, you can't think of what it is. Happens to us all the time. Here's a good one. Brandon writes, my little son was playing with the hose nozzle. He said, "Look, Daddy, it's smoke water." It was on the mist setting.
I like that. Nice.
Smoke water.
Isn't that sweet?
Yeah.
Kind of reminds me of that great song, "Smoke on the Water." Ladies and gentlemen, a little bit of Deep Purple for you. Oh, sorry.
That sounds like some kind of proverb of Native Americans. The smoke water tells us that.
Ah, yes. The humidity is coming.
Mick from Bakersfield. That Bakersfield sound. He said he was listening to the March 18th show. That's right. He went back a ways.
Why would you do that? Go ahead.
He was just catching up halfway through the episode. Tom, you apparently referred to pigs in a blanket as dick dogs.
Yep.
Sorry.
Mick said he had to pull over. He was crying from laughing.
Those dick dogs.
Sometimes the clip is so bad, Spangle sends it to me, not to post, just to be like, hey, you got to see this. You got to make sure you know where your dad is right now.
I thought I was calling
You also called them like angels in a basket.
Yeah, I couldn't remember the name of them, Angels in a Basket.
Which is a little nice.
I never made them until recently when I was instructed as how to do it. You take
Instructed.
You needed instructions
I'd never
wrap
made
a
them.
hot
Pigs in a
dog
blanket,
in
a
a crescent roll?
I'd never done it.
You'd never had crescent rolls before?
No, I'd had the kind where you hit the tennis can on the side of the thing, and then they take the
Well, what do
hockey
you
pucks, they turn into biscuits. I love those.
So let me jump in here. So if someone gives you wieners and a roll of crescent rolls, you just can't figure it out.
No.
on your own?
I
You're
was
gonna
just not
need
familiar with the
instructions.
recipe.
Oh, well,
You're
yeah,
not
that's it.
answering-
And they're delicious.
You're not answering my question.
Did you add anything else to them, like cheese or?
No.
Okay. Just the
Oh,
two?
my mother
Yeah.
used to put cheese on them. They were great.
My mother used to make hot dogs with bacon and cheese.
Wow.
And I never really liked them.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah,
Bacon and cheese.
Yeah.
That's a lot of bacon. I mean, that's a lot of pork.
That's a lot of hog.
Yeah, thank you.
Nitrates.
Didn't you watch a movie this weekend called "That's a Lot of Hog"?
Yeah. Part 2.
Yes.
Yes.
Starring Dick Moore.
He's good.
Rogers.
So pigs in the
porn
blanket.
cousin.
Roger's born cousin.
Dick Moore.
Pigs in a blanket are a favorite at your house, is what you're saying. The kids like them.
Yeah, I literally, seriously, I'd never made them or had them.
Now, do you eat them or do you just make them for the girls?
I've had a couple. They're delicious.
Okay. I don't believe it.
Back east is cabbage and ground beef, pigs in the blanket.
What's that now?
Cabbage and ground beef. Spicy
Ew.
ground beef.
Oh, those
And they
are-
call those pigs in a blanket?
That's what we call them, yeah.
That's like a heartbeat away from a pierogi, isn't it?
It's very.
Pretty
it's
close,
It's Polish,
yeah.
Polish name, yeah.
And I don't know how we started this on Friday, but people were just checking in, telling us what they were doing, and just on a normal day.
Oh, yeah.
How did that? How did
Tom
that
had a
start?
plug.
I was
somebody
plugging-
we'd never heard of.
I was
Complete
plugging.
stranger.
I was plugging Willie's friend,
That's
Notre
right.
Dame.
Didn't have any
We didn't even
context.
say that.
Oh, that was, because it was in Janesville, and I was with, the last time we did a show up in Bowler, Wisconsin.
All we need. This just has to stop.
I know. I'm very sorry. I'm very. It
Well,
was
you
a
should
very
be.
specific thing. Someone in Janesville said, "Hey, if it's comedy, we never have live shows up there, and there's this club up there. That's
We can't have it."
I sent a late night email. I apologize. Do you ever hear someone talking and realize it's your fault halfway through? That was so funny. You mentioned something, and I knew it was going to be my issue. I knew I was going to be red faced.
It was the guy's a former basketball player doing stand up.
We none of us knew anything.
It's let's do this off air then.
So then Chick-
All I heard was Yakov
Bragovich.
or whatever the hell it was. And
Alex
I'm like,
Dragovich.
So then
What
Chick
the
said, "You know
hell
what?
are-
Why don't we just get everybody to tell us?"
Yeah, everybody, give me an update on what
That's
you've been
right.
doing.
Thanks for doing that. I didn't even know you did that.
So we got
it railroaded everything.
this
yeah.
from this from Johnny this
young
morning.
Johnny.
Hey guys, I just wanted to let you know I cooked a nice chuck roast in the crock pot onion soup mix on Friday. Pretty good.
Oh, that's
Sounds
good. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, that's
God.
a good recipe.
Chuck roast in the crock pot.
Yes.
That's delicious.
That is a good recipe.
And coming up in the, we have two interesting meat stories today.
No.
Sorry, Pat. I know you don't eat meat anymore.
No.
Do you miss it?
Yeah.
Gotta have your
A
meat.
little bit.
Okay. All right. Yeah, we got brisket. We have brisket in the news as well as a giant meat spill.
Low and slow, Tom.
Back to cooking issues. After hearing Tom go on and on and on and on
They
for
get it.
years
They get it.
about egg hole toast, I had to try it.
No.
And my apologies go to you, Tom. You're 100% correct. A little bit of cheese. It's delicious.
It's toast and eggs. That's all it
Yeah, it
is.
is. Like everyone else.
No,
makes.
it's not.
Yes.
Well, it is, but it's a
different.
different way to present it, isn't it? Yeah.
No, you have a piece of toast and a fried egg, it's not the
Gonna
same as
taste the
cooking the
same.
egg inside the toast because
Very, very close to this.
the chemistry. I'm currently
The chemistry.
I'm currently reading American Prometheus, so my knowledge of chemistry now is getting expanded greatly. And
Do you
as
have
you
to
know,
look up a lot of words? Boy, I did.
Oppenheimer, famous for
Oppie.
Oppie. You know what he was famous for? Oddly enough,
He was quite the coxman.
yeah. No. Well, that's true. I was going to say cocktail guy.
Yeah,
he
made
loved
cocktails.
the booze.
yeah.
He was the hit of cocktail parties.
He loved mixing drinks
Yes,
for his
sir.
friends, and he loved getting his scientist genius friends and others drunk.
Yes, sir. And then
Yep.
he'd sit back and listen. Yep, that's what he'd do.
And chain smoked.
Oh, he loved
Yeah.
loved
well,
the
that
cigs.
took him.
Drinking with a scientist is probably so lame. He's like shaking your cocktail, like, "Hey, don't want to split an atom tonight."
What's going on here, huh?
Any
Do you hear about these two Austrian physicists? Or,
Hey, I am one of those. Go ahead.
What were you going
What
to
about
Well, how many does it take to screw in an atomic bomb?
All I know is the electromagnetic field of her panties could not keep these atoms out of her DNA. What accent was that?
I don't know. Vaguely European.
What country is
I
that
think we
from?
defended. We're part that somewhere in our.
Once again, the recipe, I'll tell you, Josh. Bread, take a shot glass, make the hole, and you fry the. And as Ace pointed out, you can also fry the hole you cut.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be something.
Pretty good.
We use,
That's just
And
like
we
toast.
did it one
Yeah.
morning.
butter from actual
More-
dairy cows. Once
more-
again, I'm
more
pro dairy.
toast.
That's right.
More toast.
Sorry, Pat, you don't drink dairy, you do?
No dairy either.
What do you drink exactly?
Coconut milk.
Coconut milk.
Yeah, water.
Almond milk? Boy, it's got to be
No,
hard to-
no, not almond.
Get
We
milk out of
interrupt
those
this
nipples.
broadcast for this comment.
This is Jared from Kentucky. For the love of God, we know how to cook eggs and toast.
Jared, I'm so sorry, Jared, but that's not how you do it. Now, we have Chick McGee at the Bob and Tom Sports Desk.
An Arizona man has broken the Guinness World Record for the largest collection of fossilized feces.
No.
Really?
No.
Welcome back.
Now,
Willie.
are these...
Yeah, Willie, welcome.
This is not from humans, right?
Boy, if I wanted to see ancient pieces of crap, I'd turn on C-SPAN. Thank you very much.
No need to go on.
Thank you very much.
That's it. We got it right there.
Yeah, we got it.
George Franson possesses over 8,000 coprolites.
Coprolites.
Doesn't that sound like a... Coprolite sounds like some kind of thing that you'd buy on the internet.
You can drink like 9, 10 copper lights, have a nice day on the beach, hang out.
You want to stay hydrated. You want to stay
Yeah, you need more coprolite.
hydrated.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a beer like Gatorade. I'm not sure where it is.
He also owns the world's largest coprolite from a carnivore, a specimen called Barnum that measures. They named the coprolite. It measures 2 feet, 2.5 inches long.
What an honor for P.T. Barnum, the world's largest fossilized turd.
Is that who they named it after?
There's a sucker who buys old poop every minute, born every minute. Isn't that Barnum's old saying?
The collection is on display at the Pooseum.
The Pooseum.
Where's the Pooseum?
In Williams, Arizona.
How are you not on a
How
flight
are
there?
you?
Kids, we got
we doing
the
a show
summer
from the
vacation planned.
Is it called the Pooseum, or did you call it the Pooseum?
No, it is called the Pooseum. I did not make that up.
How has Willie not been there and has
This is
season passes?
straight from the Guinness Book of World Records. So
How about that? Oh, there he is with a giant piece of one of them.
Oh, come
That looks like a foot.
Way too close to it.
Yeah, it looks like Shaq broke his ankle. And
I'm glad you said Shaq.
Big piece of shit.
Looks like a big piece of shack.
Oh God!
I wonder what animal that's from.
I assume these are dinosaurs, eh? I mean, I don't know.
Oh,
It
geez.
said a carnivore. That's all we got.
Yeah.
Oh, then no, probably. Well, it could be
Well.
a Tyrannosaurus Rex, maybe. I don't know.
I would think that'd be bigger, but wow, interesting.
That's not our only world record today. We have one that actually involves our show.
World
Show?
Yeah.
David Rush has tied the Guinness World Record for the most balloons inflated by nose in 3 minutes.
By nose.
David noted that the initial Bob and Tom balloons he used for his attempts qualified for the record, but they were too thick to tie off.
Oh.
That's right. We get the good ones.
Well, excuse us for having high quality.
Just let it go. Let it go. Come on.
He was forced to switch to thinner Bob and Tom balloons. I don't want to upset David Rush, okay? Let's not upset David.
You got the record. What do you want?
He did not get the record. He
Tied
tied
it.
the
Well,
record.
the idea is he wants to get
What
two.
a half-assed attempt.
Oh, boy.
Oh, you think you could do this? You'd blow out your ear.
You got to win.
There we go.
there
Now
we
watch
go.
this.
Oh, you got to tie him too, huh?
He's blowing them. It's amazing.
It's amazing.
Could you blow up a balloon with your nose?
Why do you find this amazing? Every idiot.
And they're Bob and Tom balloons.
Hey, let him know he can keep those balloons. Huh?
Yeah,
we don't need those back.
This has boogers inside.
Yeah,
How do you think
yeah,
that?
It's not.
He developed it from the famous Honky, the nose blowing clown.
There are two. Well, Honky the clowns. You got to be careful which one you.
Yeah.
You guys remember Homie the clown on In Living Color?
Sure, very funny.
That was as awesome a character as there was. Homie the
Really?
clown. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I was 12, couldn't believe it. He was hitting people with a sock. He was real belligerent.
Just walk up and hit him with
He was real belligerent.
Coming up next hour, Chick loses it, and the Big Bang Theory is coming up. But next, it's comedian Allie Breen with Sexy Time. Stand by. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
There's one thing that will forever change the way you sleep, and it's the softest 100% organic cotton bedding from Boll & Branch. You'll fall asleep faster, wrapped in the most luxurious comfort. You'll never sleep hot again with airy blankets, cloud-like duvets, and breathable sheets. You'll experience pure comfort on night one and feel your bedding get softer with every wash. Discover the difference with 15% off your first order at bollandbranch.com with code Cumulus. Exclusions apply. See site for details.
Welcome back to the Friday morning Best of the Bob and Tom Show. This is Christopher in the Bob and Tom Studios. Some more great stuff coming up this morning, including Frank Caliendo, Tom hunting down bike thieves. But right now, it's Sexy Time with Allie Breen.
There she is. There's Allie Breen.
Hi, Allie.
Doink.
Hi, guys.
Good morning. Now, Allie is our stand-up comedian and based in New York City.
New York City.
And you're home today.
I am home. Yep.
I'm guessing the plant behind you is fake. Is that correct?
Oh, yes. Very fake.
Okay. Right.
Absolutely. It's also my Christmas tree. So it's a year-round. It has a purpose year-round.
Okay.
Nice. Very nice.
Now, the way the show works is people send you letters with love problems, relationship issues. We try to tackle them. We have a panel of amateurs here. No one really qualified to be discussing any of this, but that's what we're here for. Let's get to our first letter. We can help somebody maybe. What do you got?
Dear Allie, I've gone out with this guy a few times who I really like. Here's the thing. He constantly does this throat clearing thing and spits out loogies.
Oh.
It's embarrassing and a real turnoff. I passively aggressively wince every time he does it, but he doesn't seem to notice. Do I really have to actually say something to him like I'm his mom? What's going on here?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, you got to say that's disgusting. Is he chewing tobacco?
No.
Doesn't sound like it. It
Clearing
sounds like
his
he's just
throat.
clearing his throat.
Yeah, he's got to knock that off.
Is that a condition or ailment?
Medical
Or
condition.
is there something going on there that he has to spit?
Ew, constant drainage. Blech. So gross.
Maybe he needs to see a doctor. Maybe you can couch it that way. Say, hey, look, I think you might have
I'm worried.
Yeah, you need to go see a doctor so you can quit hawking, I believe is the term often used.
Yeah, that's gross.
Hawking loogies.
Yeah, that's
That is
really
the term.
gross.
Gross.
Worst case, you can just start doing it in front of him and see how he takes it. Like, it's pretty
by
gross,
the way,
isn't it?
how did loogie get its name? Do you know?
I don't know.
I don't
Well, there
either.
was this
It is,
guy named Lou.
it's so disgusting.
It sounds
It really
vague. It
is.
sounds vaguely Italian.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, it's like a rice ball.
Really?
Red peppers in there.
What's worse, a loogie or a snot
Yeah.
rocket?
They're both gross.
Okay, sorry. Let's move
That
on.
is one step away.
Yeah, we
That's so
we
gross.
really can't help. Yeah, that loogie's not going to be of any use unless you're doing a Brokeback Mountain retake.
Dear Allie, my husband's best friend just got divorced, and now my husband hangs out with him a lot. I want to support him supporting his friend, but he's acting like he's single too, coming home drunk at 1 a.m. We have kids, so I can't go out with them. But isn't this a little inappropriate? If my bestie got divorced, I don't think he'd be okay with me behaving like that. But he says, of course I would. Am I being unreasonable? I think he's lying.
I think you're right.
What do you think he's lying about?
Well, that he'd be okay with her doing it.
Oh.
Yeah.
You just need to start making plans on the weekend before he does. So even if his friend needs him, you can go hang out with your friends and go out and get drunk and come home at 1 a.m. Like, you watch the kids. We're switching. Sorry. Why should she be stuck at
Allie,
home?
do you have any thoughts on this?
I'm with Jess. She's got to be able to go out and do her thing too. You know, maybe they can switch weekends, but it doesn't sound like she wants to go out and party. She just wants her husband back. So I don't know what the situation is there.
He's having an affair.
Yeah.
I think it's that organized. I think he's just banging whatever's coming by with his drunk buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe she could be like, have him at the house. Let's have him here, and you guys can drink.
Oh, that's
alone
not a
in the
bad
kitchen.
idea.
Yeah, drink in the backyard.
That's
Build
cool.
a fire pit.
Also, it might be an unpopular opinion. You're not letting them drink. It's very fun to play drinking games with kids. You play beer pong with a kid. They have a Capri Sun. They're not drinking beer, but it's a really good time.
Like a root beer or
I'm
something.
glad you threw the Capri Sun at the end. I was like, what?
Well, we've been approached this the wrong way. What we got to do is, so the husband's best friend is newly single.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So fix him up with one of your friends, preferably one that will ruin his life, and then move on.
There we go.
Yeah, there's a time for that for sure. I mean, there's actually some sound advice there. Hey, I'm going to have one of my friends over. She's single.
You're single.
Yeah.
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 Yep.
You both drink to excess all the time. When one of you doesn't have a DUI, you can drive. You know.
Sounds like a great
Perfect.
Uber night.
It's like a Hallmark movie.
Okay, let's move on. We need another letter from Allie Breen. What have you got, Allie?
Dear Allie, I am a personal trainer, and my boyfriend rented a house on Lake Como for the month of August, and he wants me to come. I don't get paid if I don't work, so is it wrong to ask him to cover my losses to join him?
I don't want anything to do with this movie.
Oh my god.
At all. Don't go.
Oh.
Oh boy.
Or have it by a prostitute, some quality. Okay, if she's going to pay for it, let's get some quality going.
Oh, I don't think that he needs to give you a stipend or anything. But if he's inviting you on vacation,
Well,
he should-
she's going to lose money, will he?
Well, no, but he should at least take care of things while she's up there, right?
I'm sure he will, but I think if you don't work for a month, you got to still pay your bills.
Mm-hmm.
So,
opportunity cost.
What kind of gig do you get where you get a 1 month in a row off? That's awesome.
Teacher? Is she?
Well, they could be remote.
Or people can work remote
Yeah.
now, yeah.
Oh,
You
but
can
she
no
can't
matter-
for the most part.
No,
yeah.
she can't. He
I
probably
see,
can.
I see. Just go for a few weekends.
Yeah,
To
I'm trying to
Lake
get a couple
Como?
clients out there.
Isn't that in Italy?
I think it's the one in Wisconsin. I would imagine.
Oh,
There's one
okay.
right by
Yeah,
Lake Geneva.
COMO instead
Yeah,
of
right by Lake
UOMO.
Geneva.
It's where the Perry Como family used to live.
Dude,
I mean, if it's
it's beautiful up there. Go to Chuck's, get some soggy bread. They do the Italian bread, and they just put the au jus right on there. You get to eat it up. It's delicious.
Oh, I thought they were going to Italy for a
That's
month.
what I thought.
Yeah.
Well, maybe. Yeah, well. So the answer is what?
That's a tough call.
Just go for a week.
Or a couple weekends is a good idea. Or find some clients. I don't know. How hard is it to find clients in Lake Como? Maybe she can find some work out there.
I think most of the exercise that goes on in that region of Wisconsin is just people doing reps, picking
Drinking.
up cheese curds, putting them in their mouth. Same thing, curls of spotted cow. You're on vacation. Don't exercise. I hate people that exercise on vacation. Can we say
you
that?
really?
Oh, my goodness. We're having fun. We're not getting on the Peloton. Have a good time. Go to the beach. Go for a walk.
A lot of people do work out on
I can
vacation.
get behind that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Allie Breen can be reached, ALLIBREEN, and let us know your issues. What else have you got over there, Allie?
Dear Allie, my boyfriend is an over-the-top kind of guy, bringing me flowers all the time, opening car doors, paying for everything.
How dare he?
He has a beautiful condo that I practically live at.
Boy, there's
So
something
he told
wrong
me he
here
owned
somewhere.
it.
Oh.
And I found a pile of mail hidden away that had eviction notices and other creditors trying to collect money.
What's your favorite part of this story, Josh?
Yeah, right.
I found a pile of mail hidden away.
Yeah. You often just find things that are hidden away.
It took me 8 weeks and 3 beagle dogs, but I found it.
Well,
So what's the issue?
he's apparently not what he's pretending to be. If he does,
she says.
Well, thank God that poor thing found out.
they're probably going to foreclose on the condo. And
okay.
See, isn't that great? You get to break up early, so you don't have to deal with it and bail him out. Good job. Great.
Well, that's her
investigating.
question.
Get
she
out.
says she doesn't know what to do because she can't confront him since she was snooping.
Right.
But is he a sociopath or is there possibly a good explanation?
Sociopath. You jump right to sociopath.
Could be old paperwork.
yeah,
Old
she also found a dismembered body in the refrigerator.
Oh, he's just bad with money, apparently.
Yeah, but he's pretending to be something
Right.
he isn't.
Yeah.
You don't want to deal with that.
None of your damn business what he's going through with his condo. Do him a favor and break up with him.
Really?
Yes. Yes.
I don't know. There's all these shows on Netflix now about people.
Why are you not mad that he's lying to her?
No, because it's not. He's not.
Yes, he is. He's pretending to be this.
Why are you not mad that she found something hidden away?
I am mad that she's
Hey, Allie,
hunting.
Allie, in the letter, does she say that he specifically told her that he paid for the condo, or does it say she thought it was paid for?
She says he told me he owns it, but found a pile of mail hidden away. So, yeah.
Would you say would you say you own your car even though it's not paid off?
Yes.
Yes.
This bitch is being completely unreasonable.
I
there
think
are so many shows right now, like true crime shows,
And that's the
where
problem.
guys are actual psychos and sociopaths. So I'm on this girl's side.
No, that's the problem. She watches these shows and assumes that that her life has these things as well.
Yep. Quicklime, Visqueen. That's all you need.
Leave this guy alone.
No, but this guy is also posing as something he is not.
In a game of
Who
love,
doesn't?
there can be
Who doesn't do that when they're dating?
That's not illegal.
It's love bombing. That's true. It's like love bombing when you go over the top,
And that's a narcissistic behavior, love bombing.
Oh, is it gifting things to other people?
with stolen money you've embezzled from your boss.
letters. I took 8 weeks to get them, and I found them.
So our conclusion is both these people are horrible.
Oh, they're awful.
Okay,
God,
good.
just
Okay,
the
good.
one.
We solved it. Next.
Yeah.
Okay, dear Allie. Ooh, okay, dear Allie. I cheated on my boyfriend, and he ended up forgiving me.
Oh, you
and we
poor
got
thing. Oh.
He forgave you?
Yes.
After 2 months back, I walked in on him at his house, actually having sex with one of my friends, like in the act.
Oh, I'm glad you said act.
Yeah, because if the next sentence had been, I would never let him do that, and now he likes it better.
In the act.
But that's not cheating.
Oh, yes, it is.
That's getting even. What that is. Good job, buddy. Yeah.
How did she react?
Okay, I flipped out, of course, and lost my mind. After fighting forever, he said, well, now we can move forward because we're even.
I'll be damned if we will.
That's insane that he did this on purpose when I had
Awful
just
lady.
made a mistake.
Mean ladies. I hate mean
Did I
ladies.
forgive him, or will this
No.
just happen again?
This relationship is over.
Yeah.
He banged your friend.
Wow.
Like, did you bang one of his besties? Well, bang one of his friends and then.
No,
it's
you
officially
can't.
over.
Yeah, keep this
You
going.
can't keep saying
Keep doing
that. That is dumb.
But here's the thing: you can't call her scorched earth and then get mad when she scorches the earth.
I got an argument stopper. There we go. There we'll see. My God. Let's turn this up a notch.
This relationship
What a couple
should
idiots.
end. Go ahead.
Absolutely.
This is a
Short of killing them both.
You have no respect for each other. Just
God,
move on.
no.
Yeah.
Or other people.
Right.
Can you imagine? I do kind of feel for. I know she cheated, but don't you feel for somebody who walks in?
Anybody.
Oh my
yes.
God. That's
Especially
extreme.
in the act.
Yes.
Act.
Well, I said act.
Okay,
I
you
said
did, yeah.
act.
Has that ever happened to you?
I've never walked in on
I've never walked in
that.
on
I've walked in on my buddy, but it was just him and his girlfriend.
Right.
Like, oh, jeez, I'm so sorry. But it was also as funny a thing as I don't know how I can delicately put what they were doing.
Yeah, when I was
Was it in the act, Josh? In the act?
It was not. It was.
when I was in college, I just want to say that the beds in Carmen Hall were squeaky, and I remember one night is after about 20 minutes, Henry,
Yeah.
Finish it off, for God's sake.
Were you on the bunk above or were you next to him?
Across the
Wrap it up, Henry.
I've been done for 10 minutes.
We're coming right back with the Big Bang Theory. Think about that. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Are your ulcerative colitis symptoms proving difficult to manage? Tremfya guselkumab can help you manage the cycle of UC symptoms. At 1 year, many patients taking Tremfya achieved clinical remission, and some patients also achieved endoscopic remission. Individual results may vary. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and TB. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Ask your doctor if Tremfya can help you manage the cycle of UC symptoms. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more or visit tremfyaradio.com.
Wow, what am I going to do? I've got to get this box to Los Angeles by tomorrow.
So just FedEx it.
Are you kidding? It's too big.
Well, then overnight it by train.
By train. All the way across the country, overnight. Are you crazy?
No, pal, he's not crazy. The famous Norfolk and Winston Railroad has just merged with WayPal Delivery Services. Together, our new company will revolutionize the overnight delivery business. Ask for us by name. We're...
Hold it. You're telling me you can get this 2,000-pound package from New York to L.A. overnight by train?
Norfolk and WayPal, overnight. Absolutely, positively.
Absolutely, positively, we will get you through it. There's Norfolk and WayPal, we are gonna do it.
When you go by rail, no package is too large, and we'll get it there overnight.
Norfolk and WayPal.
That's the name. We do it by train, cross country, by rail, overnight. There's Norfolk and WayPal.
Here at the Bronx Zoo, we actually shipped Washoe the gorilla to the San Diego Zoo overnight. We had to pry his eyes open on the West Coast, but he's fine now. Absolutely, positively.
Absolutely, positively, we will get you through it. There's Norfolk and WayPal, we are gonna do it.
Ask for us by name, overnight by train. Norfolk and WayPal, Norfolk, Virginia.
Rocking on the Bob and Tom Show for a Friday. This is Christopher in the Bob and Tom Studios. Again, the gang is back in here live in studio on Monday morning. Right now, the Big Bang Theory.
Chick, we received a theory from a listener who I think he's on to something here.
Is this about the Carnage weekend at the compound?
It is not.
Oh, okay. Go
is
ahead.
that something you wanted to revisit?
No. I thought that.
This is Tom. We know that Chick is not a fan of the show The Big Bang Theory.
True.
Right.
Doesn't care for it.
I watched it several times and never laughed.
I think it's a great show.
Okay. Tom loves it. Chick, the opposite. Well, Pat has written in from Piedmont. He says, I was surprised to hear that Chick doesn't like The Big Bang Theory, but then I went to their Wikipedia, and here's what it says. The show revolves around a group of people trying to deal with a guy, quote, who finds many routine aspects of social situations difficult to grasp. He is determined to have his own way, continually boasting of his intelligence, and has an extremely ritualized way of living.
Whoa.
Ta-da! Pat says, I think I understand why he doesn't watch. You are living it.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true.
You wouldn't find it entertaining.
Yeah.
And that's why you enjoy it so much.
Tom loves it.
Yeah, that's why I think it's wonderful.
I think it's great.
I think it's great.
Terrific cast.
Terrific
Everybody's
cast.
fun.
It is a very, very bright
Which
cast.
one was in the... there was a movie that one of the girls was in that she was naked. What movie is that?
Played a flight attendant in something.
Kaylee Cuoco was naked in that?
No. The other.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's, we talked to Mr. Skin about it.
Somebody else's girlfriend on
she's
the
a
show,
small
not
blonde
Kayla.
woman.
Right,
she has
yeah.
large, large
Glasses.
features.
Yeah.
She's very funny.
Very, very nice.
A Spanish race walker.
Now, wait a minute, hold on a second. Does this involve...
You're going to like this. We have accompanying video.
Okay.
Oh, this is the athletic sport of race walking. This is not some kind of protest thing.
Right.
What?
This isn't somebody
Not
stepping on the backs of
crossing a bridge.
Whenever
with
we
signs.
talk about the word race, he feels like it's okay, go.
I thought
That's what
this
he thinks.
sport was dropped.
A Spanish race walker who celebrated her win prematurely missed out on securing a medal. According to ESPN, Laura Garcia Cairo is about to win third place at the 2024 European Athletics Championships and started to celebrate as she approached the finish line.
Oh, no.
Here she is.
She's
got a
excited.
little race walking. Woo!
Whoops, she didn't quite do it. She was pumping her arms and got.
I cannot.
They're running. They're not walking anyway.
No, they're walking.
They're walking.
Okay, if they make a Disney movie with people who look like canines.
What? Who look like canines?
She has a bit of a muzzle.
A bit of an angular.
Looks like a Great Dane come to life.
Race walking is fraudulent.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a
fraudulent.
No.
What do you mean? She's wearing a cape.
Race walking. It looks like normal people who really have to go to the bathroom in a hurry.
It does.
That was in slow motion.
They're jogging at the end.
It's very well policed. You have to have a foot on the ground at all times.
And apparently,
It's like pool.
after watching that video, people are protesting, saying all their feet are off the ground, so they're not technically race.
People are protesting. They're
And
race
this
walking.
was Ukraine's Ludmila Oletsvaska. Snuck past her to snag the bronze medal.
All right.
You know what race walking is when there's one cart at the grocery store and you see someone else going for it. You do that race walk thing. That's as close as it is to.
I thought race walking was when you cross the street when you're in certain neighborhoods and you pass people.
That's how Tom does it.
I've done that on a daily basis.
Thank you, Willie.
I ain't scared.
You don't have to yes and me that much when I'm calling you racist.
Rodeo Bull over the weekend.
I just think race walking is fake. Didn't they drop it from the Olympics?
I don't know. I'll look it up. Maybe.
I don't get why that one's real. I don't get why they do where they have the hurdles and then you have to get wet. I don't get why that's a real event.
Steeplechase.
That looks like a fake one. I didn't think it was. It's so crazy that's a real track and field event.
And they have to dig up the track to put it in. Hey,
says-
how come you're digging up the turf? We got to put a giant puddle here.
There are 2 race walking distances contested at the Summer Olympics: 20 kilometers, 50 kilometers. 50 is men only, 20 is men and
How do
women.
they police that?
That's men only, no girls.
And no girls.
That's the He-Man Woman Hatens Club. There.
Yes.
Tree fort.
Al Bundy's no, ma'am.
Thinking about going to the rodeo? Is it Dusty Slay who said, I need to go to 2 or 3 more rodeos because I'm getting tired of people asking me, this ain't my first rodeo.
That way I've done at least 2.
That's right. Yeah. From Sisters, Oregon, a rodeo bull hopped a fence surrounding an Oregon arena and ran through a concession area into the parking lot.
Where it hopped into its car and
sped away. Injured at least 3 before wranglers caught up with them. The crowd at the 84th Sisters Rodeo singing along with Lee Greenwood's God Bless America as the bull ran around the arena before it hopped over the fence. Video posted online shows there's the
There he
God
goes.
bless the USA like it's nothing. I knew Tom would lose his mind.
Wow,
when he saw
if a
that.
bull goes into the crowd, it's yours to keep.
That's right.
And the amazing thing is he knew where to jump to get out of the arena.
He's been planning this.
Yeah, he has.
He has been playing.
That bull's not that bull barely had horns. Did you see it? And they weren't sharp.
So 2,000 pounds of meat jumping in your lap would be okay.
I'm terrified.
That's all.
There he goes, running around. Lee Greenwood, God bless the USA. Oh, listen to Tom when it goes over the fence.
Takes a running.
Getting close. Here he goes.
And it's kind of a no-look pass thing. He kind of doesn't even look when he turns last
He
second.
knew exactly where he was going.
He sees there's a space, so he doesn't land in the stands, but it's close.
Right.
He gets that.
He wasn't trying to hurt people.
There's some poor guys out there in the behind the stands getting a hot dog.
That is funny.
And he hears the crowd scream, turns around. Ah!
Yeah, I wonder what I missed. Hey, hey, buddy, I was.
You think you get a rack of ribs? Thank you. Thank you very much. Boy, these are delicious. It's like like the Larson comic where the cow is laying in the lawn chair sunbathing, and he's thinking, boy, I could go for a cheeseburger and some milkshake. Cliff diving's marquee event thrilled spectators in Boston. At the Red Bull Cliff Diving World Series.
These are always fun.
100th stop in history. Participants plunged up to 90 feet from a waterfront art museum into the harbor below on Saturday. The Boston diving event is the only U.S. stop this year because it's insane. The series wraps up in Sydney, Australia in November. Organizers say the cliff diving attracts a special kind of athlete, especially when winning means leaping from the art museum into frigid waters in Boston. Third straight year that the spectator event has come to Boston. They had the announcers standing up on top of the platform where the guys were going to dive from. And the
whole time?
Yeah, no, not the whole time. But when they're doing the welcome, you're looking live at Boston, Massachusetts. The two guys are out there on where they're diving from.
Nerve-wracking.
Remember when you were a kid in the wide world of sports, and
Yes.
they'd be doing it in Mexico, and but they have to wait for the wave to come because if it's
too shallow, they'll die.
He's not going yet because he'll hit solid rock.
You know, the jumpers don't care to see the rocks before they.
That's why they don't.
And a couple of those guys, I remember they were kind of heavy set.
That was one of my favorite events. On
Terrifying.
World of Sports, yeah.
But I didn't realize at the time those were all taped. So if something had gone wrong,
you wouldn't have seen it.
Well, of course not.
I mean, of course.
But the only reason
I thought it was happening as I was watching.
The only reason to watch it is to hope something goes wrong.
You wanted somebody to.
No, I know.
You wanted one of the fat guys to explode on the rock.
Hey, it looks like El Gordo. El Gordo hit the cliff.
El Gordo.
Gordo.
Sorry.
Just hate fat people.
He does. There's nothing worse than being fat. I thought you were supposed to take your electrolytes. What happened?
I just did. Ow.
What do you got, a Charlie horse?
Charlie.
Oh, Charlie horse.
Okay, sorry. Oh, God.
A Welsh mechanic.
You ever get one of those in your taint?
What?
I'm not kidding. I'd say once every 3 months.
A cramp in your taint?
Particularly if I sneeze. If I sneeze, sometimes I will get a Charlie horse of the taint. And it is exquisite.
Huh. Can you imagine telling your doctor that?
I need to. Something's happening.
Is this during... It's not during... I assumed it was during lovemaking. Is that what...
No.
It's not when it's happening?
No.
Huh.
I'll never forget the first... I was working at a movie theater the first time it ever happened. I sneezed just as I was about to urinate. And my taint didn't know what to do. It was confused.
I'm sorry.
And I
hope there's a doctor
I fell to my
listening.
knees. It was bad.
So I'm sorry. So I missed part of this. So you get a cramp between your... the dirt button and the genitalia.
Perineum.
Am I really alone in this?
How do you?
No, you're not.
So
this
was during a lovemaking session. Did you drop the fleshlight?
Josh? Okay. He twisted the facts.
Yeah, he did.
What's the guy saying, Blazing Saddles? You're on your own.
Pat, it's happened to you?
Yeah, that and the calves, the hamstrings.
Well, the calves, sure.
Yeah,
This is during intimate sessions, Pat?
No, not for me.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, I've gotten a cramp during intimate. I mean, of the calves or something.
Yeah, I've had the calves.
What do? You call timeout?
No.
Kinda.
No, I tell you what, you keep your mouth shut, okay?
You keep going. You don't. I need to take 5 in the dugout.
Let the spasm work for
I've
you.
had a few Jordan flu games where you're hurting, but you got to just keep pumping.
Yep.
Oh, you're a better man than I. If I get a cramp, I go, wait. I'll stop it.
You can't stop
No kidding.
it.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Little rain delay.
But I know I'm able to get right back into it.
You can't stop, Pat, because you're afraid you won't get it again.
Exactly.
What's going on?
Yeah, you got to keep going.
Oh, okay.
Do you say something like, I need a break, baby. This pizza's getting cold.
Baby.
Jeez, man.
Oh, Tom.
Look how funny he thinks it is. No, you see anybody else laughing in here? Look.
It's
Babe,
hurtful.
can we take a break? I don't see the steam on the chili anymore. That means
Cross-spot got
Much
turned off.
funnier food.
it's coagulating. Honey, we got to stop.
Yeah, chili in bed is funnier, Willie.
There's a skin on the chowder. I got to stir it.
My
Out of the
shepherd's
chowder
pie.
rain on the blah.
It's not going to last well.
All right. You mind if I check on the souffle?
The hot plate. The hot plate is touching your satin sheets.
We got to be careful here. I don't want anything to happen to whatever's in the hot plate.
Last time I was here, I blew the breaker. These hot plates take a lot of power, you know.
I'm sorry. Is it okay if I plug in 14 hot plates?
No, you don't have any sort of kitchen area.
No, it's all in the bedroom.
If I got you one of those bedstand refrigerators, would you put it in?
You mean a dorm fridge?
Yeah, though they have one that looks like a bedstand. It's a fridge.
They do.
You mean an end table?
So it looks like
what did I say?
Like a hotel.
A nightstand.
Nightstand?
Yeah.
Sorry, excuse me. It looks like a nightstand.
So it looks like it has 2 drawers, but you open it up, it's a mini fridge.
Where have you seen
Who is that for?
It's for me. I want it so bad, so I can drink Gatorade at midnight.
Nightstand refrigerator.
That's hilarious.
I would love that.
Find
That'd
it?
be great.
Yeah, Gatorade in there.
Gatorade, shower beer, easy.
Okay, so
Easy access.
Propel.
Where were we? I lost my place. Where were we again? What was this? What was the story we diverted from?
You guys ever jumped off a cliff?
Stupid.
Yeah.
Oh, God, no.
Real exhilarating.
I would have liked to a couple times. That's for sure.
Out to once.
You got to be careful. Make
A
sure there's
Welsh
nothing-
mechanic. Somebody look up what mechanic is in Welsh.
It's like Glail Goat.
Yeah, it's like a clockharger or something. Clockharger? You like that?
I could.
Are you familiar with the Welsh language?
Not at all.
Okay.
Except for when Tom Jones had his TV show, he'd always end it with like something like Ipum.
He would, like-
Babamsa or something.
He would.
He'd say, I'm Tom Jones and do Glenny Fatsglana. And it would mean...
Throw your panties on stage.
Wet fart or something.
Bedroom one.
Your little wet fart.
Wasn't he the king of having panties thrown at him? Yeah. And hotel keys and all that stuff?
Still is.
Oh, it's still kind of the fun.
Panties are full now, like because they're adult diapers. But
Tom, I didn't believe you.
Folks, please. I'm trying to sing.
I finally found the mini fridge end table, $500.
Ooh.
There you go.
What gay fraternity do you have to be in to need that?
I don't know.
I want it to look nice.
It's really cool.
I mean,
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I want it. Yeah, I really want it. You said, who is this for? It's for me. It's right up my alley. They were doing their demographic is fat morons, and they found them. They landed right on them.
Don't talk about yourself.
The Welsh word for mechanic is Gwaedar. Gweeiadur. Gwaedar.
and at the end of his show, according
My
to this,
Glidar went off when I saw that fridge.
Tom Jones would say, "Gwynaig bid." Ooh, well, this
What?
is rough. I can't.
What?
This is like reading James Joyce's Finnegan's Wake. It's just syllable after syllable of
You
nonsense.
loved dropping that.
It
you
says,
loved dropping
No,
James Joyce just
I
then.
dropped that book at a bookstore once, and then I'm never going to buy this piece of work. Gwynaig bid Lawadad Babamser.
He would just say that at the end of his
Yeah.
show. Did that show last?
A couple years.
Yeah.
It means
Fun.
it means in Welsh, may you always be well and be happy.
Can we find that? Wilson Pickett singing with Tom Jones on the Tom Jones show. I saw that over the weekend. It's amazing. You don't realize how much Tom Jones sounded like Wilson Pickett. It's crazy.
Cool.
And Wilson was very good.
Yes, and I thought Tom Jones was good.
Hey, here's Wilson Pickett and Tom Jones.
Hey, little girl with your red dress on.
Is that Wilson or Tom?
You can barefoot all night long.
That was Wilson.
Got your shoes and throw them away now.
That's Wilson Pickett.
Come back and get them another day. Barefoot, barefoot, all right.
Great song.
Oh, my God. Wilson Pickett.
Awesome.
And that other guy.
The Wicked Pickett.
Wicked Wilson Pickett. You like him?
Get Wilson Pickett.
Yeah. Would you like me
See,
to
here's what you're doing.
stand up
See?
and dance?
We're having fun, yes.
Do the Watusi.
No, we're having fun. We're having silence.
That's sports.
We're having silence.
Fun time. Fun.
There was no silence.
Christy, you better do something and you better not be silent.
A rare hoodwinker sunfish washed ashore in Oregon. Seaside Aquarium said the massive 7.3-foot fish first appeared on a beach in Gerhardt last week and was still on the beach several days later. The aquarium said it's likely to remain there for some weeks as it's difficult for scavengers to puncture its tough skin.
Looks like a gigantic stingray.
Thought to only live in the southern hemisphere, the hoodwinker sunfish has drawn crowds of onlookers intrigued by the rare sight.
Does that sound like it sounds like a sex move.
They're called that because right before they eat you, they wink at you.
There it is. Look at that thing.
This big blob of a fish.
What does that smell like, you think?
Nice photograph. I'm glad they got the Ford F-150 in there. Right?
It's for
They
scale.
needed, thank you. You'd be complaining if there were nothing to scale.
Tom's the only person who gets mad at a random photograph. Wow, good picture taken there.
The guy, the picture,
Ansel,
the
good
picture,
job, buddy.
picture I had, there was a guy standing next to it. In any event, the hoodwinker sunfish sounds filthy.
A woman in the state of Maine enjoying a walk on a popular beach didn't see a sunfish, but learned quickly that quicksand doesn't just happen in the movies. Ms. Jamie Accord was walking at the water's edge at Popham Beach State Park.
Down by the water's edge.
When she suddenly sank to her hips in the sand and could not get out. She recalled, "I couldn't feel the bottom. I couldn't find my footing." Her husband was able to pull her out of the sand.
Seemed interested in something.
On the way in just a couple of minutes, Chick loses it. If you haven't heard it before, you got to hear it now. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
This episode is brought to you by Prime Video. In the small town of Holland, Michigan, nothing is ever what it seems. Behind the tulip festivals and pretty houses lay dark secrets that threaten to tear a marriage apart. Nicole Kidman stars in this darkly twisted thriller about a wife and mother whose quest to uncover her husband's secrets may get her more than she bargained for. Holland, streaming on Prime Video March 27th.
We're back with more of the Bob and Tom Show on a Friday morning. This is Christopher in the Bob and Tom studios. One of our faves around here anyway. Chick loses it. Let's check it out.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, Chick.
Did you get some sun, Pat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tom, did you just have a cramp? Or did you hit your knee on the pipe?
Why is that?
Because you screamed silently.
Oh, no, I had a volume issue in my head.
Oh, okay.
Little loud.
There's Willie Griswold.
Hey, good morning, man.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hello.
There's Ace Cosby. Hey. I'm Chick McGee. Hello, Tom.
Hello. How's everybody doing?
Hello. 1, 2, 3. Tuning in Tokyo. Hello.
Okay. You ever try that?
Mrs. North America.
You do that?
No, I'm just down. I'm just going to go ahead and I don't play.
No gags.
I'm not going to play. No, if we're doing that, it's a serious business.
There's no joking around.
No.
Dial it in.
Really?
That's right. I'm not messing around.
Not me.
No giggling in the bedroom,
No,
huh?
no laughing. No. Of course, but I'm not going to. Twisting nipples. That's ridiculous.
I love that stuff. I'm a real goofball in there.
I bet you are.
And you know all the voices you can...
That's why we're not together.
No, buddy, I'm having fun in there. You know all the voices we can't do in here, all the fun ones?
Sure.
All the fun, silly... I'm doing them in the bedroom, baby. That's where I took those.
I understand.
Got a lot of guys in there.
What do we have a list of voices we can't do? I forgot.
I don't
Hey,
know.
You could do Irish, you could do English.
Let's talk about
They don't
something
care.
else.
Okay. I don't get that. I'm not
How about
clear
this
on
guy? You know this guy.
Okay. I need to go home. Oh, that's good.
That's Nikola Jokic. I need to go home.
And where is he now?
He's in Slovenia. Yeah, I
he's
think
home.
Yeah, he's home.
That's a lucky guy.
Playing with his horses. I tell you, that's where Luca wants to be. I tell you that.
When's the next game?
Wednesday night, 8:30. Boston up 2-0. Wednesday and Dallas. Yes,
of course. Okay, very good, very good.
They're traveling. So
coming up in sports, what do you got over there?
NHL playoffs. Panthers take a 2-0 lead. They whip the Edmonton Oilers. A lot of oil in Edmonton. Does anybody know?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, really? The oil center.
Yeah.
No, they really are, yeah.
Really?
Okay. I mean, there's some decent, yeah.
You know, I am embarrassed how much I do not know anything, hardly anything. I know Paul Schaefer.
But it's a fair question. It's like asking, is Utah the home of jazz?
I understand now why people say, like if you go visit someone in like New York or Los Angeles or Chicago, where are you from? And they say, and you say, well, I'm from Ohio. And they go, oh, my wife was from Iowa. It's the same thing. Canada is just one big bleh. I don't know. I know where Windsor is. And
the home of
the Windsor Ballet,
which is
a strip club. Why are you doing this to me? Shut up.
I'm helping you.
And Paul Schaefer's from
trying
Thunder
to
Bay. That's
trying to
all I
give
know.
your story something of a spine so that we can understand what's happening.
Well, I'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks, Tom.
No, you're saying.
Thanks, everybody. I don't know what happened to Chick. Well, you were acting like a puppet master and putting words in his mouth every. Oh, would that upset him? Yeah, I think it probably.
Well, see, because this gets to my fundamental beef about naming teams. Why are they called the Los Angeles Lakers?
Because they were the Minneapolis Lakers and they didn't change the name. Grow up, read a book.
No, so were you assuming that the Edmonton Oilers used to be in Houston?
It's a fair question, Chick. We don't know.
I'm sorry, I missed your question.
You were asking why they were called the Edmonton Oilers. Was there oil there?
American students are woefully undertaught about Canada.
Yeah.
We should know a little bit more about
it. Certainly are. It should be one big country. Why can't we annex Canada?
It's real close, I hear.
Northern.
It's real close, yeah.
Northern America.
Yeah, you hear all about Mexico almost daily. Nothing about Canada.
You know the weird thing about Canada? Michigan touches Canada.
Yeah.
What? Also Wisconsin. Also Washington and Maine, I guess. Figure it out. Let's get one state, one border.
But as far as I know, that's it. No other states touch Canada.
So what you're saying is that's where we're building the wall?
I'm not saying anything to you.
I'm
not speaking to you.
You're saying we're building a wall.
Shut your mouths. Talk to Josh. Get off my ass. Not today.
Get off his ass. Not today.
Take your pick.
Where we lose Chick, 601.
Oh, fake anger? Oh, no. Oh, no.
Fake today.
Coming up.
This is real as the heart attack I'm planning.
And then you did what? To who? And what was his name?
Hey,
was he left-handed? Yes. I'm just trying to give your story some spine.
Can I have your little car?
Why don't you shut up?
You still have payments on that, or can I just take it outright?
That's a valid question.
Do I have to take over the payments on the little one?
No, you can't give me back. You can't give me back. It's over.
I don't want your back. I want your car.
It's over. You can't get. Why would I give you my car if I hate you? Why?
I think there are a lot.
Why?
A lot of people who've gotten divorced that have given away some really nice cars.
Fired up over, didn't you?
Oh God, I got the papers.
After I bent over backwards to put you on the poster. Oh no!
Oh my God!
Let me tell you something. This is a radio show. Every now and then we're on YouTube, or all the time we're on YouTube. I don't know how it works. Something about zeros and ones. I don't know.
Sure.
If you spent 1/10 of the time, this is serious. If you spent 1/10 of the time you do making posters, we would be on whatever. Everybody would have to listen to us. It would be a government mandate. That's the kind of
this is North Korea?
crap we have to put up with because of your stupid effing posters.
No, I can have it redone without you in it.
I would love to see that.
I can get that done.
Please.
That's one click.
I bet you can't without hearing the history of the trumpet. I bet you can't do that. But you go ahead.
Our art director plays the trumpet. It's a very nice poster, and you'll be able to see it if you're joining us in Iowa coming up.
Yes, it's a poster.
Osceola, Iowa.
Oh, you're going to do the radio show or anything? You're going to have fun? You're going to laugh? Well, yeah. But there's a poster.
He slaves over them.
There's a poster.
We'll be signing it for
Pat, there's a poster.
I know,
for
it's
our
perfect,
fans
too.
I'll stand over Chick's shoulder
And
when he signs
it's
it.
like
CHICK.
It's like a playing card. Can we make them any smaller? I don't know. Wow. I got this poster. We'll move an actual poster. Oh, there it is behind it. Okay.
The larger ones are being printed today.
Sure they are. Sure they are.
Chick, well
On
done.
unborn panda pelts? Is that what you're making them out of, right? What is wrong with you?
Nothing. I'm doing just fine.
Yes,
Staying out. Don't look at me.
You're not in the poster, Christy, because you're not going to be
I
there.
can't be there, sadly.
Where are we going to be? We're going to be at Osceola, Iowa, coming up Friday morning.
Don't forget your poster.
Oh, now Tom's going to get really mad.
No,
that's never happened before in my life.
I have time to. I really get. I do have time to remove Chick from the poster.
Well, please, please.
Then you wouldn't have to sit there and sign them for the next 2 hours.
Oh, yeah, there's probably going to be 10,000 posters at the last minute because, we had to have a trumpet solo. And then, what's the holdup? I don't know. You can do that at instant print for like $10. Yeah, I don't know.
PJ does a good job.
I don't know.
He doesn't know. PJ
It's not
has a
his
great
fault. He doesn't know how to choose friends. It's not his fault. That's right. You're right.
Okay, good. Coming up, we have testicles in the news. We have Pot maybe exiting a major place. And we have a couple really cool world records. I'm very excited about these. And Christy, we have a very...
We're coming back next hour with Greg Warren and new shoes on the way. But next, real love, sex dolls, robots. What else could you ask for? This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Every cup of Nespresso coffee is an invitation to transform your morning routine into a ritual you can treasure each and every day. Using the Virtuo Pop, a simple touch of the button freshly brews bold aromas and a rich, velvety crema layer for delicious cafe-quality coffee at home. Whether you enjoy your coffee hot or over ice, every sip, every morning is unforgettable. Nothing tastes like Nespresso coffee. Visit Nespresso.com or our app to explore our full range of easy-to-use machines and coffees not found anywhere else.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show on a Friday morning. This is Christopher in the Bob and Tom Studios. In this segment, we discuss real love, the keyboards at the beginning of real love. Also, some sex dolls and some robots, just in case you're interested.
Willie Griswold's here.
Hey, man, good morning.
There's Jess Hooker.
Hello.
There's Josh Arnold.
Oh,
there's Ace Cosby.
Classy.
Yeah.
I was doing a mouth burp, but I didn't laugh, and that ruled.
And
that was awesome.
Here's Tom.
Thank you very much. Now, I have a number of important events forthcoming.
He can't stand it.
Bodily function, Tom.
Trying to imitate Josh's witty little machine.
Dear Bob and Tom, setting the record straight on Real Love by the Doobie Brothers. I don't think this guy's right, but I'm going to open it up to the room.
Okay.
He says this part is not Michael McDonald, it's Cornelius Bumpus. I say Cornelius plays saxophone.
No, he's right. I think he's right.
Did Cornelius play organ on this?
Probably.
So
Cornelius.
He's the one who put the shoes on his hands.
Yeah. Cornelius was a tremendous musician. Sadly, he's gone.
I'm trying to assist the seriously misguided Josh direct his anger appropriately to Mr. Bumpus.
Okay, yes, I will.
Michael McDonald.
Cornelius played a bunch of
Bumpuses.
Did he?
And he also sang on that terrific duet.
He did?
Yeah.
I didn't even know. Just saxophone. That's all I know.
What's the one he sings? I'll remember it in a minute.
Sometimes we play music so good on the show, I just go, why are we even talking?
Yeah. Many people feel that way.
That's not an uncommon...
Interesting book. I'm almost done with it.
Speaking of people, I have a letter from a person, Taylor. Taylor says, talking about filling up sex dolls this morning, I was wondering if I wanted to fill mine up with water, could I get that done at Willie's Waterbed Emporium, or is it strictly waterbeds? Oh. Taylor, send me an address. I'll fight you in the streets, my friend. I'll bring the water.
Now, you should explain to Jess.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know if you heard
this, Willie's Waterbed Warehouse, Willie wanted to know, he wasn't familiar with the way waterbeds worked.
I was familiar enough. You were giving me very misleading statements.
Willie thought that they put the water in at the store.
Oh, honey.
I didn't think they did, but someone said that they would take it home for you.
Darling.
I figured it was just a bladder, so you just take it home yourself. But they said, no, they take it home. And I go, why would they need to do that? Did they fill it up? Is that why it was that heavy? I just asked a question. I didn't say, I think that they did fill them up at the store.
Sometimes you don't realize a simple question becomes who you are. Isn't it a bummer?
It really is.
Yeah.
Okay.
For instance, Josh a long time ago had a question about pizza and pornography.
Yeah, and that is not who I am.
It's over.
No, Al Jackson mentioned he doesn't like food in bed either, and I'm in the same. But Josh, you like to have maybe a breakfast in bed?
No. This is you wanting me to like that. This is not
okay.
I do. I truly enjoy it, and I say it, and you just gloss over it to call him a fat masturbator every time.
Chick, you like food in bed?
I don't know if I don't seek it out, but I won't say no. It's okay. I love room service. Absolutely.
If I have a double queen hotel room, I have one sleeping bed, and then I have a pizza bed.
That's right.
There
It's
you
the
go.
best. You don't worry
Yeah.
about spilling the sauce or the
That's how it
pizza
works.
ranch.
That's how
It's
it
fun.
works on the
A
road.
pizza bed.
There's nothing I enjoy more than finishing a can of soda or whatever and throwing it across the room in a hotel.
no.
I don't know why, but I love doing it.
Have you ever done this?
You don't
see
do
it in
that.
movies sometimes.
Yeah, go ahead.
A romantic scene in front of a fireplace. They're having flutes of champagne, and then they just throw the flute in the fire.
Sure. Oh, yeah, and then the woman gets a shard of glass that's boiling hot in her eye.
never done that.
Screams, goes blind on the way to the ER.
I've always wanted to
Great
see a
idea.
movie where, hey, what are you doing? That was a wedding gift from my great aunt who's dead.
I have.
You drunk bitch.
I was in college and I was hooking up with a girl, and I thought it'd be sexy to rip her shirt off. She was
Yeah.
wearing like a wife beater. So I thought it was
No, you ripped your own shirt off.
It was this girl from L.A. And it was like $100 wife. And She
Right.
screamed at me, and she goes, "That's an APC. You weirdo! Get out of here!" She screamed at me.
Ruined the whole thing.
Oh my gosh! I'm still in love with her. I look at her Instagram all the time. Look at it every day.
It'll work out.
I'm very sorry.
She'll come around.
Buy her a shirt and send it to her.
Yes, send her a new one.
Covered in your seed.
No,
That's what true love is.
Yeah, but you don't tell her until after she's had it for a week.
Ladies
right.
like that.
Yes.
Ladies like
And be
that.
sure to take a Sharpie and circle it and write seed.
No. You send it to her covered in your seed.
What's
and
happened?
then-
I remember
What
when
has
women
happened?
could take a compliment like receiving fluids from you in the mail.
In the mail.
Yes.
Or maybe their pet cat dead, packaged up in the mail.
Right.
Yeah,
Well, he must really love me.
Is there any higher compliment? I don't think so.
Well, you look at that. He my name in written in gasoline in my lawn and lit on fire. That is love.
He loves me so much.
I'm sorry. So where were we? What was our last story? We got
Speaking of love, a Chinese company is ready to unveil a new generation
Tom?
of AI-powered sex robots.
It's a Chinese company. Keep your mouth shut.
According to the South China Morning Post, sex doll producer Starberry Technology is
Oh, they're
planning
good. I mean, who?
planning to enhance its products with artificial intelligence.
It's a workhorse of the industry.
The CEO of this Chinese company has the name Evan Lee. That sounds very American. Said the
Or an
next
adverb.
Yeah.
He's your cousin.
Said the next gen sex dolls are equipped with sensors and can react with both movements and speech, significantly enhancing user experience by focusing on emotional connection rather than just basic conversational abilities.
I was reading about that. You still have to stick them in an oven to get them up to 98.6.
Dolls typically
You don't want
cost
them. You don't want them room temperature, Josh.
around
It's
$1,500.
creepy. Can they get rid of the smell? What did you say they smell like, Josh?
The blow up ones have to smell like a new raft.
Yeah, they do.
That's a little bit different than these $1,500 dolls.
It's going to get crazy.
Yeah.
I can never try it. It's the same reason I can't try cocaine or the McGriddle. I know I'll love them. I'll love them, and it's all I want to do.
Have you seen a
Eat
picture of
McGriddles,
this?
do cocaine, and have sex with a robot?
Yeah, that'd be my life.
Josh, you're right. Every day of my life, I drive past a McDonald's. The way that I have restraint to not get a McGriddle every day of my life.
Right.
I should get an award for that. I know. They're so good.
So these are these realistic. 1,500 isn't bad. Weren't the other ones like 6,000?
I think those are the custom.
Oh,
right?
like the real doll dolls,
Yeah.
like Lars had. Is that Lars?
Real,
had?
the real dolls are. I thought we did this one morning on the air. They're like $5,000-$6,000.
Yeah, I can't wait till they make these more like Transformers.
Oh,
there you
You
go.
know, she's my girlfriend and my moped.
Yes.
I can,
Or my
I
briefcase.
can ride her two different ways.
I thought you were going to say my girlfriend and my mother. Is what I thought you were going to say.
My brain went there, too.
Another group of scientists working to develop fully edible robots.
Finally.
Research.
Eat me, I'm a robot.
Researchers from the Robo Food Project analyzed which edible ingredients can be used
How do you name something a Robo Food Project and not giggle every time
Exactly.
you say it?
to make edible robot parts and whole robots.
I mean, these are truly mad scientists.
Scientists say robotic food could reduce electronic waste, help deliver nutrition and medicines to people and animals in need, monitor health, and even pave the way to novel gastronomical experiences.
It's gastronomical.
Yeah, see, exactly. That's the guy who's working there.
Yes. And then what we're going to do.
After integrating all components, scientists need to miniaturize them, increase the
Of
shelf
course.
life of robotic food, and give robots a pleasant taste.
Hey, honey, can you check?
Other than them tasting like crap.
Can you check the expiration date on the radio? I'm a little hungry. I want to see if I can.
Man.
Tastes like a battery. What?
Was it the HAL 9000?
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw what you were saying, Dave.
Eat me, Dave. Is this? Are they going to make the robots out of the stuff edible panties are made of?
Well, it's like fruit
It's a fruit
roll-ups.
roll-up.
Lots of fruit. Yeah, that's totally different.
You
That's
know,
not
at
electronic
one
parts.
point, Hal tells Dave, I know what you think you're doing.
Yeah, there's like a long shot of Hal watching two guys talk.
And
Yeah.
knowing what they're saying.
Right. And
this is coming, Tom, and we won't be here, but Willie's in for a big problem.
I'm gonna go nuts, dude.
enjoy the robot wars.
I'll be leading them.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm fighting for the robots.
Can they make one that'll clean your house?
What is that?
Like a Rosie the maid?
I thought you liked cleaning your house.
Yeah.
Well, I know. I'm just saying. Nice
Doing laundry and
that's
What
that
would
would
you
be.
do?
I think that wouldn't you think if you were going to invent a robot, what would be more likely to sell? One that would do all the cleaning up for you, or one that would be your sex puppet?
Sex
cleaning.
You think?
Cleaning.
I'd go cleaning.
Oh,
Cleaning.
I see what you're. Okay,
I don't know, man.
Just saying, if you can get one that really does work.
Are we still eating it in this case?
No.
Oh, it
Well,
depends.
how well
Depends
you
how hot
eat
she
it.
is. If you want.
I got to hurry up and bang this robot. She just cleaned my house, and boy, am I hungry.
Problem solved.
Ah, yes.
Got to do all that.
It's all happening. Who's financing this?
All right, let me ask the $1 million question.
Sure.
Let's say you have a robot.
Yeah.
You're married. You're happily married.
Mm-hmm.
You're having sex with the robot. Are you cheating?
I think at some
think
point
you
they're going to
are.
get so
Yes.
realistic, it will kind of be
Yes.
like cheating.
So
Yeah.
it's not like masturbation. You're actually cheating with the
But
robot.
this will be.
Even though the robot's not a person.
If you don't tell her, I will. I can't do this any longer.
I think you know what you did.
I'm not spending another Christmas alone.
Oh, my God.
These are fights that will occur.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, if they are talking and that's what they're doing. They're
I-
putting
It's-
AI into the robot.
As intellectually, I want to say, of course, it's not cheating. It's masturbation. But I don't know.
Listen, kids, I'm not here to replace your mother. I love you, though.
You'll never hear me say anything bad about your mother.
She's the sex doll that's so hot, you'll have to sign a prenup. Rosie.
Good God. Willie, this is all going to happen. You need to go to have your daddy by a desert island.
Yeah.
And I know I said daddy. And
Willie, do you have a number one celebrity crush right now?
I mean, Helen Mirren's always top of the list.
So
for me.
a very realistic Helen Mirren sex doll. Do you think you'd give it a shot?
If it's Helen Mirren and National Treasure 2, oh my goodness.
All right, you're doing it.
Get me out of town.
Wow.
well, Willie, I hope you have a chance one day to really think about it. And
You want to open up that book of secrets?
Give me a robot to vape, baby.
Now, I've been asking this for years. Are you going to have like the estate of Marilyn Monroe at some point? License a
Marilyn Monroe
sex doll.
That's
Robot.
bravo, Willie.
Thank you.
And yes, I think so. Yeah.
It'll be.
oh, you don't need the whole body, just the butt?
No, he said Marilyn Monroe bot.
Oh, I'm sorry.
although there'd be a market for maybe 50% off.
I'll take just the
just the
Monroe.
butt.
I'll never forget walking into a porn store and you could buy. There were like 4 boxes
Yep.
on a shelf. You could buy Jenna Jameson's head.
Just the head.
It was so creepy. I felt like a real creep walking out with one.
We are coming back in just a couple of minutes here with a Warren Report. Comedian Greg Warren will tell us all about Alexander Graham Bell. It's next here on the Bob and Tom Show.
This is a message from sponsor Intuit TurboTax. Taxes was getting frustrated by your forms. Now, Taxes is uploading your forms with a snap, and a TurboTax expert will do your taxes for you. One who's backed by the latest tech, which cross-checks millions of data points for absolute accuracy, all of which makes it easy for you to get the most money back guaranteed. Get an expert now at TurboTax.com. Only available with TurboTax Live Full Service. See guaranteed details at TurboTax.com/guarantees.
This is the Bob and Tom Show. Welcome back. This is Christopher in the Bob and Tom Studios. Again, the guys are back in here live in studio on Monday morning. Right now, Greg Warren, comedian Greg Warren with the Warren Report. This time, everything you need to know about Alexander Graham Bell.
Had a great time over the weekend. Hello to everybody who came out to see us.
Oh, yeah.
Huge turnout in Osceola, Iowa. Beautiful country. Had a great evening. And Pat, you were spectacular is the word I'm looking for.
Easy, big time. What?
Got a bug in my mouth. All you guys were great. Willie G, and Jeff Oskey and Josh.
Did anyone else swallow a bug? Just Tom or?
I performed in them, but I didn't swallow.
Yeah. I think you were the only.
They were
casualty.
swarming up there. I indeed swallowed one as I ran up there.
Josh and I had a comedy bit worked up where he was complaining about the first thing he did when he got up on stage was you were complaining that you didn't have
a stool
up there. So I did the old Jerry Lewis bit when he when he did stand up. From off stage, you see a stool being thrown onto the stage. I did that too.
Did you saw a woman in half?
I did not saw a woman in half. I was visited by sheriff's deputies in Iowa.
Okay.
They were standing right there.
They were standing right there saying you can't, you're not sawing a woman.
Oh, I'm sorry.
They were armed. Right
Next time,
there we go. We're trying to hook up with comedian Greg Warren, and we have made the hookup. There he is. Hey, Greg, how are you?
Hey, guys, how you doing?
Great.
Chick, I'm sorry I missed that stool bit, man.
Oh, it's hilarious. You know
that sounds
the one
awesome.
You know the one I'm talking about.
It's fantastic.
Oh,
yeah, I would have loved it.
Yep.
Greg, this is your segment known as the Warren Report. You seem to be a little bit slow.
Yeah. Maybe I am, or maybe it's a connection. I don't know. It could be either. But today's topic is Alexander Graham Bell.
Oh, okay. Now I understand that he was that was the Bell Telephone Company.
Of course,
is Alexander Graham Bell.
You're right, Chick. Yeah. You are right about that.
Is that the only reason it would ring?
Is that why they used a bell? If it would have been Alexander Horn,
would instead of?
Oh, sorry.
Would have been a whole different.
That's really interesting. I spent a lot of time with this subject, and it never occurred to me. That's
the phone rings. Yeah.
Bell.
Yeah, that's brilliant stuff, guys.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
you were there at the creation.
Alexander, he was born Alexander Bell. He did not have a middle name until his 11th year. For his birthday, they gave him a middle name.
Whoa.
That was his birthday present.
Nice.
If I was 11 and I had any input into my middle name, I would have been Greg Pizza Warren, or Greg Ozzie Smith Warren, or Greg Aquaman Warren. I think this would have been. But yeah, Alexander Graham Bell. His mother was deaf. She could only hear through an ear trumpet, and honestly,
those were like legit things. They were so crazy.
What is that?
Yeah, just so you guys are clear, an ear trumpet is it's not an instrument that you play out of your ear. Just so you guys, it's not like
it's like a megaphone but reverse.
Yes.
And Christy's right. This is why.
But it's shaped exactly like a megaphone.
But this is why you cup your hand, like Christy
Right.
was saying, and that because that helps you.
Sure does.
It's got to be awkward carrying her big one around all the time. It's like you're a cheerleader in the 20s.
Yes. If you were particularly hard of hearing, you carried around an ear tuba. His dad was a genius at helping the deaf. He devised a lot of systems to help the deaf. And Alexander Graham Bell, when he was a young man, opened a school to teach deaf people
Nepo baby.
Certain. But he got into inventing stuff. He was actually good at inventing stuff as a kid. He invented a piece of farm equipment when he was 12.
Wow.
And Yeah, and he was.
Don't call it a farm equipment. It was a hoe. Okay.
No, it was much more advanced than that, Chick. It was something to do with wheat.
It better be a thresher or something like that.
It was some kind of a thresher, Chick. It was, and he was not a good student, which I think must have been interesting. He was like, son, you got a D in math. Well, I doubled your wheat production this year. How's that for math? Of course, he invented the telephone. Apparently, on February 14th, 1876 was the day that he went to the patent office. And this guy, Elisha Gray, filed a similar patent, like 2 hours after him. And a month later, on March 10th, he called his partner, Thomas Watson. Tom, do you know what he said?
Come here, Watson, I need you, or something?
Yes. Yeah, he said, Mr. Watson, come here, I need you.
I thought it was, come here, Watson, I want you.
No, it's I need you, Chick. That's.
I thought it was I want you to want me.
Yeah, was his part?
But that was Rick Nielsen, I believe.
Yeah, I want you to want me, and then I said,
that was in Rockford, Illinois. Yeah, he said, Mr. Watson, come here, I need you. At which point, I'm pretty sure Mr. Watson said, Mr. Watson, come here.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that's not. We don't have that one recorded though, right?
No, we don't have that one.
That was the Edison thing where he recorded the thing.
Murray had a little arm.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's another famous.
Oh, I don't know if Greg's heard this. Have you? Do you have that available?
Yeah. Well, I think I can dig that up.
Okay.
Greg, you continue with.
Right.
This is it. Here we go. This is the first recording of Edison. Greg, listen carefully because the one they play at the Smithsonian is not the real one. Here we go.
It's amazing you guys have this.
Words I spoke in the original photo. Mary had a tight little and everywhere that Mary went, I would get a visa back.
No.
Did you hear that? Okay,
Tom,
Greg?
hey, Thomas. You got to go with what we wrote, man.
Stick to the script.
That is not going to play in Peoria.
He was very proud of his ability to ad-lib. You know that.
Yeah.
Filthy man.
You stick to the script, Tom.
Okay. Sorry.
No. He offered to sell the invention to Western Union for $100,000. The Western Union president laughed at him and said it was a toy. Later, the Western Union president said if he could get it for $25 million, it would be a bargain.
Wow.
I always feel bad for these guys that didn't buy the thing that they were supposed to buy, and it became a giant invention. You know, they're probably like, well, you know what? I also turned down a stock. We were supposed to acquire Falstaff beer, and I said that was a bad idea, and it was. So
yeah. Sometimes we don't hear about the ones where they passed. Thankfully,
and that punk Bill Gates said this is going to fly.
Yeah. He invented all kinds of stuff. I thought this was interesting. You know, James Garfield, the president, was shot in the back. Mm-hmm. They brought Bell up there because they were trying to find where the bullet was, and he had devised basically the first metal detector.
Wow.
It was thrown off by the bed springs, and the doctor had the wrong side of Garfield. He basically said the bullet was on the right side and was actually on the left side, so they were not able to save Garfield. But he did develop the first sort of metal detector. I wonder how long after Garfield died were they like, guys want to go out on the beach and find some dimes?
I mean, finding a dime back then.
Yeah.
That was a weekend.
Yeah. He did, man. This guy invented all kinds of stuff. It was not just the phone, man. He experimented with genetics. He helped out Helen Keller. He found a device to find icebergs. He built the world's fastest speedboat at the time, a hydrofoil. You guys ever seen pictures of Alexander Graham Bell?
No. Well, he was an old gray-haired guy, wasn't he?
Big beard.
Doesn't look
big beard, right?
Yeah,
he doesn't look much like a boat guy, does he?
No, he does not.
A speedboat guy, Christy?
I agree. No.
Yeah, man, I'm meeting Alex down at mile marker 9, and we're picking up these broads, and we're gonna go to Party Cove.
Hey, we're gonna gig, brother.
Yeah. Upon his death, every phone in the United States was, and indeed North America, was silenced for a short period to honor Alexander Graham Bell.
Aww.
That's annoying.
That's a lot of juice right there.
Yeah.
You know those. Somebody's like, Grace, the phone's down. Call the phone company. No, sir. It's actually Alexander Graham Bell died. They're just doing. Oh, is that what they're doing? Huh? That's a hell of a way to honor the guy, huh? Just screw everybody that bought his invention. That's the best way to do it.
Yeah.
You know when Franklin kicked off, they didn't shut down the grid.
Yeah. When Ford died, I didn't slam on my brakes.
I'll tell you this, Grace. Bell's not dead. This is just another excuse from the phone company. You keep calling them. He said he was born in Scotland and moved to Canada and then spent a lot of time in the U.S. But at one point, he moved back to Canada, and he was walking down Main Street, and he looked into the newspaper office, and the editor was messing with the phone. The phone wasn't working. Bell just walks in, unscrews the phone. There's a fly in there. He blows it out, screws it back, and hands it to the guy, and it works. The guy's like, how did you know how to do that? He goes, because I am the inventor of that piece of equipment, which is the most baller move I've ever heard of. Yeah. He had some pretty cool quotes. He said, when one door closes, another door opens, but so often we look so long and so regretfully upon the closed door that we do not see the ones which open for us.
A little fatty. I'm glad they trimmed it down to just those first words.
Yeah.
I like this one. Great discoveries and improvements invariably involve the cooperation of many minds. I have this posted on my wall, and every time Tom interrupts me during these reports, I remind myself that it takes a team. You know,
I'm not going to interrupt you if that's what you're thinking. I'm looking at pictures of speedboats.
I know you are. You're not listening to anything.
Well, I think, Greg, the first thing you need to realize is that if you realize Tom isn't listening to you, the last thing you want to do is ask him, what are you doing right now? Why aren't you listening to me? Because he will say, stop looking at me! Live on the air. So be careful, Greg. Be very, very careful. You're welcome.
I appreciate the tip.
Yeah.
He married one of his deaf students, actually, Mabel.
Carling Black Label Mabel, right?
Oh, Mabel Black Label.
Hey, Mabel Black Label. Okay.
I'm not so sure that was her, but Mabel's old man didn't think that Alexander Graham Bell's profession was profitable enough to marry his wife. So he couldn't marry her until he actually founded the Bell Telephone Company. And he gave her all but 10 of his 1,500 shares in the company.
Yikes.
Yeah. I don't know. Also, Mabel, he went by Alec, A-L-E-C. And she insisted that he change his name to Alec, A-L-E-C-K. So Mabel sounds like a psychopath to me.
She is not a looker either. Let me just tell you. Whoa!
Oh, really?
Look.
Yeah. So handsome woman. I don't understand.
Oh.
So was it her father that didn't approve of him, or was she already married? You said husband.
No, her father. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Did I say husband?
Yeah.
Her father. Okay. I'm sorry. Her father did not approve. Her father was the first president of National Geographic. Yeah, and old Alex fixed that. National Geographic was dying. But the organization, he said it was a magazine that everybody had in their library and nobody read, and he changed the magazine to what it is today. And he
pictures of African boobs.
Yes,
that helps. How about more tribe boobs? All right.
Great day of fifth grade, discovering that there was boobs in the corner library.
Guys, I got to visit NASA this past weekend.
Is that right?
Cool.
Yeah, down in Huntsville, Alabama.
How was that?
It was pretty awesome. This guy, Parker, he's a longtime Bob and Tom listener. He's an engineer at NASA. He was at my show, and he was like, after the show, he was like, yeah, you want to go see? And I got to do all the behind-the-scenes stuff. It was pretty awesome.
Whoa, that's awesome.
Yeah. And as cool as NASA was, Parker was a more interesting character. I asked him, I go, how did you get the job at NASA? And he said, well, they called him in for an interview, and they said, how did you prepare for this interview? He goes, well, I know my stuff, so I put on Queen and listened to it for 2 hours to get ready.
That is interesting.
They went your high.
Yeah.
Did he show you the moon landing set?
Josh.
I mean, you said you got to see some of the secret stuff.
You know the FBI's down there?
Yeah, my brother-in-law was there in Huntsville.
Yeah, that's the headquarters of the FBI. We got to drive by it. Yeah, that was...
Keep your mouth shut.
Yeah, man.
No, you're not wearing a NASA cap. You've got, what's PNL?
Oh, this is a wrestling league, a premier wrestling league that it's for elite high school wrestlers. Yeah. My buddy's got a team on there. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. A NASA. Did you get a NASA hat?
Yeah, I got one.
Oh, cool.
It doesn't fit me that well, though.
Now, when you went by the FBI, when you said the FBI's down there, do you mean the female body inspectors?
No, Josh, that's just a shirt.
They're kind of on all beaches, really.
Well, then it must mean
I know they are.
FBI means Finks, boobs, and idiots. I think.
that's what it is.
Again, guys, that's just a shirt that they have. They sell it. It's like a
I think
novelty
you're wrong.
shirt. There's no female body inspector organization.
I beg to differ.
Yeah, next you're going to tell me that DEA doesn't stand for drunk every afternoon. I'm on to you, Greg. I see you.
I hate to break it to you, Willie. Yeah.
Now, have we concluded our discussion about Mr. Alexander Graham Bell?
I think. I mean, we could talk about him all day, but I think we hit the high points, Tom.
Okay. Did he invent the doorbell?
Anything else
I
with
don't
Bell
think
in
he
it?
did.
Yep.
I mean,
Alexander Graham Bell. Yep.
Okay.
Is he still alive?
He looked like Don
Hey,
Amici,
Tom, I got to ask you a question, man.
Yeah.
You know, you got. Aren't you buddies with a bunch of contractors?
Yes, I am.
I got the. You know, I'm not in my place yet, and it's all getting held up by this stuff called gypcrete.
It's like drywall, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It's like a sound. It's because I live in a condo. It's like it's got a sound barrier and like fire properties. Apparently, you can't get it anywhere in the country. Gypcrete, and it's gypsumcrete. It's not a racial slur.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
They got none of it, man. Can you got a lot of juice, man? Can you talk to one of your guys?
Get Greg some gypcrete.
Oh, my main guy's currently in the hospital recovering from a gallbladder removal the other night. But I'll ask him. See what he can do.
That doctor should have gone up to him and said, hey, we're going to remove that gallbladder today. And then 2 weeks later,
taking it
gone
out.
back to the contractor and said, I'm sorry, it's going to be another.
Hilarious. I'll tell him you said that.
We're coming right back, so stand by for some new shoes coming up in just a second here. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
BTW, FYI. Visit Nexplanon.com RN to learn about Nexplanon. It's an adjustable implant, 68 milligrams radio pain. Or ask your HCP IRL. Okay, TTYL.
For the people going through heartbreak right now and you don't know what to do about it.
Okay.
Get sick, turn my stomach, throw up, chuck, pray to the porcelain god. Barf, belch, bail out, blow chunks, lose lunch, vomit, feed the fish, and heave a log. Evacuate all you ate, retch, route, regurgitate, drop your cookies, puke, and spew. Hurl, purge are just a few words that come up when I think about you.
One way of
That's quality material.
Oh, that is beautiful.
It's a Friday morning Bob and Tom show. Best of the Bob and Tom show. This is Christopher in the Bob and Tom studios. How about some new shoes, a chatty clerk, and some ramen on a Friday?
Testing.
And now I'm gonna hit you hard with some new shoes.
I love this.
I can't wait.
What's this?
The song is called "I Can't Wait."
Can't wait.
Who does this?
And the group is New Shoes.
Oh, yeah.
N-U, that's the first word, S-H-O-O-Z. And right about here, oh, no, fake me out.
Long intro.
Buddy, you got to hang out for a
Intro. This is traffic and weather together, and Tom and I will be at the East Side Mall this afternoon.
They closed it.
Handing out lottery tickets. Baby, I can't wait.
I don't remember. What era is this?
You don't remember this?
90s.
No, I've never heard this.
Oh, yeah, it's very 90s. Very, very.
Oh, wait, it's older than that, Jason? 86?
No kidding?
Wow. I mean, that's one of those songs that I heard all throughout the 90s.
Right.
It holds up.
Also, very funny to have a 30-second intro, and then the first words you say are, I can't wait.
Yeah.
We were all waiting for quite a long time.
That's a very good point. Wow. I never thought about that.
What made you think of that song?
Wait a second. Hey, what happened to your... Wait a minute.
Are you
What?
allergic to
I thought you
something?
said you were going to signal Ace to turn off your
I
mic.
saw him turning, so I turned his mic on.
Thank you very much. Yeah, this one came on too quick.
Oh, we didn't... Okay. Maybe
And
you
what
should
was
have...
the signal again? Tap your head? Or
I feel like we're breaking into a museum.
Jason,
what was the signal again?
Could you have Eddie, rather than have Eddie install a mic killing dump
Cough
thing, whatever.
switch.
There you go, cough switch. Have Eddie
A mic
get
killing dump thing.
Have him put a light in, so Josh could press a button, light it go on, then Ace would have to turn it off. Adding a step to make it definitely not work.
That is absolutely beautiful.
A sneeze light.
Eddie's working hard on getting all this taken care of. It'll be okay.
Okay, very good,
Yeah.
very good. Suck it up to Eddie now.
Well, he needs to fix my button bar screen because I don't want to get too
for God's
inside.
sake, you
but
guys.
it's really
leave Eddie alone.
Did you hear what she said?
And is she sucking up to him now?
I
No,
think so. Well, you know
I'm-
how cutie she thinks she is.
Eddie's always been a cutie.
He is cute.
See, right, Willie?
Cute guy.
I would laugh so hard if I got up from the studio, walked down the hallway, turned the corner. There's Christy and Eddie making out.
Oh, I'd hoot and holler.
I would call for you.
Yeah.
I know a
We
couple
just-
of people who wouldn't be laughing.
We're all very European here. It would be fine.
What if right now,
I love his wife, too. I
right
made out with
now,
her.
your husband and Eddie's wife are in bed? and just going,
And your husband's looking at going, boy, this is weird.
Yeah.
Right? They're
Well,
talking about them.
We got 5 hours every morning.
Christy's not laughing. Okay, where were we? Oh, I forgot.
doesn't Eddie have a bunch of kids too?
Yeah.
So there's
Yeah.
a chance if he found out that his wife was sleeping with Christy's husband, he would go, "My God, I'm free."
I've never been.
This is great.
Yes.
And I can go kill Tom. And I know.
You know, it's
just
always
leave.
been easy for our spouses to because they know where we are.
Sure.
Unless you're Clint Eastwood and play Misty for me.
Oh yeah, set a little trap.
Remember that, Tom? What he did?
Put on the tape.
Put on the tape, baby.
That's right.
And what's her face? Suzanne Plachette, Leslie Ann Warren. Who was the lady? In
Wasn't
the
it Adrian Barbeau?
Bonnie Bedelia?
Bonnie Bedelia? Who was that?
Wasn't
No.
it? Was Bonnie Bedelia.
Charlotte Rampling?
Charlotte Rampling.
Cheryl Burnett?
Brenda Fricker?
Maureen Stapleton?
Yeah. Wasn't it Ruth Buzzy?
Gene Stapleton. It's a whole different movie.
Buster Keaton. Okay.
Misty for me.
Wasn't it Yvonne DiCarlo?
Sorry.
I'll look it up. Go ahead.
Christy Lee is at the news desk. What have you got?
Brenda Vaccaro? Was that it? I don't know.
I think it was Brenda Vaccaro.
A waitress at an upscale restaurant in North Carolina.
wait a second.
What?
Pat.
We're talking about the
Oh, that's
talkative
right.
cashier, the loquacious person that checks your stuff out, and that's why the line is
Loquacious
slow,
means
too.
huge-breasted, right?
Jessica Walter.
Oh, the mom from Arrested Development.
Arrested Development.
Yes.
She was
Exactly
bug
right.
nuts.
Yeah.
Okay, so we were talking about this thing in Japan where they've got a slow lane on purpose for people to check out at the grocery store that can so they can take their time
Extra
and chat,
time,
chat
right.
with the
Up to 20
customers, and
minutes.
they're not going to rush you.
Right.
And Pat, you've known a chatty cashier?
Absolutely. Mine. I'm trying to check out. and I got that chatty clerk.
Chatty clerk.
I just want to pay for my stuff now, and I'm almost late for work. Such a chatty clerk. She says that's a lot of toilet paper for just one family. Who's the Beano for? And these suppositories? Just ring me up. Oh, such a chatty clerk.
You know, they make the analies in a
Such
minute
a
now.
chatty clerk. Such a chatty crowd.
The chatty co-workers.
Let the man sing.
Hope this gets funnier.
Hold it on the A.
Hold it on the A. Very funny. All she wants to do is talk my ear off. Such a chatty clerk. And all I want to do is pay for my scratch-offs. Such a chatty clerk.
Chatty clerk.
The Beano's for my dog. The lube is for my date. The ice cream is for me. Yes, I'm aware I'm overweight. She says, aren't you Petty G from the Bob and Tom show? Are you really single? My grandma wants to know. Oh! Does Josh eat that much pizza? I love sports with Chick. Does Tommy G really have a 12-inch? Don't say it! Shut up, you chatty clerk. Oh, now I'm the jerk. Chatty clerk. Woo!
Now
Chatty clerk.
All right.
I got one of those questions in Iowa.
Did
when
ya?
we were at the Lakeside Casino, I was in the restroom, and this guy, and I told Tom about this, and he was overjoyed that this happened. A guy actually said, Josh, do you really masturbate that much? He was very serious.
While was he holding the Zoom?
Yeah. I go, no, I'm just shaking it.
Shake it more than twice, you're playing with it.
That's
you know
right.
that.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, Pat. That was really nice. Now we have the Silac news desk right there, and there's someone sitting there. Oh, it's Christy Lee.
The seafood known as fugu or poisonous blowfish tends to be pretty expensive in Japan. One reason it's considered a delicacy with pricing to match. The other is that fugu is poisonous and can kill you if it's not prepared correctly. But fugu flavor is on the way in a very accessible and wallet-friendly way later this month, as the maker of cup noodles, Nissin, is releasing a poisonous blowfish instant fugu ramen.
Like a fogu?
Is it? Yeah, very.
Well, you'd have to buy
Fogu
four,
fugu?
right? Four fogu.
I'll have 4 fo. I'm not playing this.
Have fun with that one, pal.
I'm out.
We had a story earlier this year that there is there is a company that is making fake puffer fish, whatever it's called.
You mean
blowfish.
faux?
Yeah, they're making
Faux
a fake
fugu?
one. They are because it's incredibly dangerous to eat it.
Sora News 24 reports the company is planning to launch an affordable fugu flavor in Japan. The new salty fugu broth that's pronounced fugu dashiju, a ramen, will feature seafood and kelp broth, special fugu seasoning oil,
And
chicken
it's
meatballs,
just as delicious as it sounds.
green onion, and whipped egg, all for about $1.95 a cup.
They're glad they didn't go with fugu and the blowfish. I don't think it would have been.
Yeah, no. It's
Hey, Josh, more kelp broth?
Please.
Goes on sale June 24th if you're headed to Japan.
All right.
Don't worry about the poison. If it's ramen, the salt will kill you. So much sodium in that stuff, right?
Yeah, they're high in sodium.
Good. Put in half a packet.
Do you like the ramen?
Yeah, don't put it all.
Yeah, I like ramen. Yeah. I haven't had it in a long time.
That's because you make money now. You don't have to eat ramen.
But you can get good ramen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right around
there
here.
are ramen restaurants right around the
Right.
corner here.
Great
It's really
ramen.
good.
And you need to make good money to eat there.
I'm proud of that, sir.
They're proud of it, aren't they?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's the place where they're like, they're never actually open.
Well,
They're open.
they actually are, but it just doesn't look like it.
people in the parking
It's
lot,
the place where they go, no, this didn't used to be a Taco Bell.
Yeah.
That
Whatever
place.
you're thinking.
Oh, that's down from the place that used to be a Dairy Queen. Is now a
Yes.
Kung Fu place.
Exactly.
Exactly. Exactly right.
That'd be a good, interesting coffee table book. The worst sign transition that it was very obvious that it used to be something else. And they've never
I always
quite-
love that. Yeah.
Me too.
Well, Taco Bell and Dairy Queen, I think, are the two number one examples. But it
IHOP.
used to be Ponderosa Steakhouse. Remember those? Those always looked the same. and they would go into
I love the old Taco Bell.
Arnie's
look.
accounting
IHOP used
service.
to have those insanely steep A-frame sort of roofs,
Mm-hmm.
and you could always tell what.
Was that IHOP or Howard Johnson's?
IHOP, I believe.
Remember Howard Johnson's?
They had
said
the,
the orange roof?
yeah,
Right? Orange and blue.
Was that right? Yeah.
Clam strips on a Friday.
Oh, God, they're so
man,
good.
there's nothing better than a juicy clam strip.
I love clam strips
Love
so much.
clam strips.
What is that? I've never heard of that.
Oh,
Fried clams.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, they're so good.
They're so
My
moist.
grandpa
Mrs.
introduced me to
Paul's
those at
makes it
Po
good.
Folks.
Yeah.
You remember Po Folks?
Sure. Po, P-O apostrophe folks.
Yeah, and you
Yeah.
could, your drinks all came in a mason jar. Awesome.
Making fun of the
Look at Tom. Look at us like we are.
You know,
Oh,
there's
Po
nothing,
Folks was
There's
down home
nothing
cooking.
better than a wet clam.
Did you have to pronounce it Poe?
Yeah, it was
spelled
P-O
that way.
apostrophe
Po Folks.
folks.
Where
Po
are
Folks.
you on eating at a restaurant, and due to the restaurant's menu and the names they have for things, instead of just saying a cheeseburger, I'll have a brawny lad, or something like
One of my favorite
like
restaurants
Frisch's, you know?
had one of my favorite appetizers, jalapeno poppers, but they called them armadillo eggs.
I invite it.
It's a little embarrassing,
Yeah,
right?
can I have a basket of armadillo eggs, please?
Plenty more of the Bob and Tom Show is on the way next hour. Frank Caliendo and Jen Kober are on the way. But next, Tom hunts down some bike thieves. You got to hear it. It's pretty good. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
So good, so good, so good.
New markdowns up to 70% off are at Nordstrom Rack stores now. Fresh kicks, spring tops, new dresses. There's always a score.
I mean, the denim section is unreal.
Why do I rack? All the dresses.
I always find something amazing.
Head to your Nordstrom Rack store to find can't-miss deals on all the spring things. Great brands, great prices. That's why you rack.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. This is Christopher in the Bob and Tom Studios. Visualize this in your mind. Tom chasing down and hunting down some bike thieves. Let's get the story.
How's everybody? How's
This is good.
How's it going? Hi, Tom. How are
Had an
you?
adventure I'll tell you about in a second.
Oh, I look forward to it.
Oh, I love your adventures.
On vacation?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
It will never, though, top the time you stayed in a hotel. But two things were, they were dredging the beach or something. They had heavy equipment out on the beach.
Yeah,
the loggerhead turtles.
Yeah, the beach was closed.
And your room had tennis balls in the pillows on the bed.
that was many years ago.
That was bad. The best.
No, this is something else.
Okay.
Something different. I was at a beautiful beach at Beach Town on the Panhandle of Florida.
It's called Beach Town.
Highly recommended. It was great. We rented bicycles.
Oh, you did?
And you can ride bikes. Willie will tell you could ride bikes all over the place. It was terrific.
Is this the whole fam damly?
Yeah, man.
All right.
So first day we wake up and the little girls' bikes are both stolen.
Oh, no.
So I go down to the So I go down to the place where rented the bikes, and I said, "Hey, look, the bikes were gone." They go, "Okay, well, be on the lookout for them." All the bikes have kind of a little collar on them, like a paper, like when you get a wristband.
Right.
Look for if you see a bike without that, it might be one of the stolen bikes, and then they give me the code numbers that's on the handlebar of the bike.
All right.
So the next day, I'm having coffee, and I see two young punks come up and with a couple of bikes, and I go, "These look like the kind of jackasses that would steal a bike."
Right.
You can spot them, can't you?
And I've got the code numbers.
Yeah.
Right.
Expert profiler. Tom.
So I
here we go.
I go up I'm looking at the bikes. One of them code matches.
No way.
And there's no collar on the thing. I go, this is one of the bikes I rented.
Yeah.
So the two kids come out. I go, "Where'd you get this bike?" I go, and okay. And then all of a sudden,
all right, punk.
These two kids hop on the bikes and take off.
Oh!
So I take off after them.
Yeah! Your dad's in pursuit.
Clint Eastwood.
You guys, the whole week, I'd be like, "Hey, we're going to go get a cup of coffee. Do you want one?" And no, I'm about to go to this neighborhood. I'm pretty sure there's a couple of bikes in there, so I'm going to go check this out myself.
So, and right out of a movie. I'm chasing these two kids on the bikes.
Are you yelling anything, or are you just
No,
chasing?
they got a good head start.
Okay, all right.
I've chased the kids on the bikes, and then just like in a movie, I've chased them for about 3/4 of a mile, and just
Are you on foot?
No, I'm on a bike.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But there are a lot of people on the sidewalks. We were all weaving in and out.
Did you knock over a fruit stand?
Yeah.
This is so weird. This is the exact same plot of Beverly Hills Cop 4. Isn't that interesting?
This big truck pulls in front of me, so I lose sight of it.
Oh.
But then,
please tell me you hit a fruit stand next.
So I keep going, and then it kind of the road bends, and I don't see him. So I'm thinking, okay, I'll bet they went into one of these condo complexes.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
So I turn around.
Yeah.
First condo complex I come into, I see one of the little punks.
Yeah.
Looking out like this through the bushes, looking to see if I caught him.
Through the bushes. Wow.
Now, when you say little, you mean late teens?
I'd say
12.
12, 13.
That's okay.
They have the little toothbrush haircut where they get a perm in the front.
gotcha.
Brush it.
Yeah.
Those kind of kids.
So I go back, grab Kelly, get the car.
Oh, hey.
Ooh, that's good.
And it's one of those gated places you can't get into. So I call up security at the place, and the guy lets me in. And he goes, "Oh yeah, we had two guys trash the tennis court last night. It's probably those two kids."
Oh, these punks.
One of the custodians has said there were a couple bikes parked behind the tool shed. We go, and by God, there's the bike.
Nice.
And another stolen one. So I loaded him in the car, took him back.
We're still missing one of your stolen bikes.
Yes,
though.
which I had to buy, by the way.
Oh, after you did all that work and brought them their bikes back?
Yeah, Kelly said, wait a minute, we should trade him the one we brought back.
Yeah, no kidding.
Come on.
So I bought myself a bicycle.
They charge you for the bikes?
Yeah.
That's baloney.
They also charge you for the bike lock that the girls didn't use. So,
They didn't lock them up?
No, they didn't. And the two young punks weren't around.
But your girls learned a lesson. They should lock up their bikes.
Well, did they?
Daddy's a badass.
They didn't learn anything.
No.
They learned a damn thing.
You know what I learned? I learned that I slept in on vacation. All of this happened before I woke up.
Yeah.
I just came down and my dad was like, "Willie, I got you a coffee and I caught a criminal. Great morning so far."
That's great.
Did you catch him and then go?
No, they'd
Long gone?
But it was a huge condo thing. So, but yeah, in retrospect, I should have just immediately called the cops.
Yeah.
They wouldn't have done anything.
They would have scared the bejesus out of those two kids.
I wish, though,
Couple of sand rats.
I just wish that some bike cop with a pencil in his ear, because it's like a little vacation town. There's not a lot of serious crimes going on. Just one guy that loves his job. I wish he would have shown up. We'll get this on the case, Mr. Griswold.
The Barney Fife Beach guy.
Yes, I wish he would have been there to help us out.
Yeah, but they bikes get stolen constantly down there.
You know, Pat, I called them sand rats, thinking that I was making up a term for beach punks.
Sure.
But your laugh reminded me that it sounded way worse than
Yeah. You could have gone. You could have gone deeper.
Something Schwarzkopf would have said.
Yeah. We know where they're holed up. Ho, ho, ho.
Yeah. Speaking of traveling, I have a technical question.
Mm-hmm.
It was we flew out of the Panama City Airport on Saturday, and I timed it. We were in the TSA line for 1 hour and 29 minutes.
No, you weren't.
What?
I was. You were in it for about 45 because I got in line. You didn't, and then you just got in line with me, which I hated. We did not invite you.
He's the dad.
No.
Dads get to do that.
Security skippers, and then everyone in line hates me because I let this fool in with me.
It's your blood relatives. It's legal. Family. But so I timed it, though, from when you first texted me going, the line is unbelievably long.
Come get in this line.
Get in the line
goofing
now.
around. I don't know what you're doing, but get in line.
Were you getting your shoes shined?
No.
You love that.
But I was wearing tennis shoes. The point is, it was 1 hour, 29 minutes. And I appreciate the TSA. I know they're working hard. Is there an app? That tells you? If there isn't, there should.
Yes.
You could look up an airport that says how long TSA is.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah. Well, no, I know for sure Austin has one. I've never had to check it anywhere else. That's
Because
the
a
only place
lot of people missed the plane. The plane was not full because you get on the plane. This is going to be a full plane. Well, it wasn't because people were waiting in line for
How
an hour.
many times have we told you TSA pre-check? It's easy to get.
I have it, but I didn't have it for one of my daughters.
I don't know if I like this
I
TSA
think,
pre-check.
wouldn't they let her go with you, even if because she's a minor,
No,
she's young?
they won't. No, but the larger point is if you're going to have a TSA line that long, they need to warn you, because you get a thing from the airline that morning going, hey, blah, 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 you want to buy a drink now, blah, blah, blah. Why don't they have a thing going, hey, by the way, typically in a Saturday, the TSA line is an hour and a half long.
Yeah, well, we were
You got
flying
to get
bad.
there.
Yes, but
You're not
were you late to the airport? Were you
No.
dawdling?
You're
Were you-
early usually.
I knew you'd object to it, of course.
I heard some
I timed it.
dawdling story over here about where were you? And
He was just checking a bag, but I did leave it anonymous because I wanted you to make the shoe shine joke. I knew that was on the table. I just left it in the.
I had to check. I travel with a tiny little briefcase of like 3 pairs of pants, but I had to check the girls' bags. But it was literally 1 hour 29 minutes. I've got it.
That's rough.
And I'm not being critical. I'm just saying, isn't there?
I am.
Is there a way to warn you? Shouldn't the airline coordinate with TSA, going, hey, by the way, if you're flying today, typically on a Saturday, the line's an hour and a half long.
I would think there would have to be. That
Yeah,
would be the
I
number
would
one
think
question
so.
asked. I would.
But is there an app you can go to where you check whatever it is? Austin Airport, TSA current wait is. I mean, they do it at
I'm
Disney
sure
World.
there is.
They do it at Disney World for the rides. There were a lot of very pissed off people that did not get on that airplane.
I mean, I've wanted this for years, but I want it pointing at Taco Bell drive-thrus, so I know which one to go to on the way home. Not a big one.
My TSA app, it'll quickly search items you can bring with you through checkpoints, check the delay information at your favorite airports, check how busy the airport is likely to be on a specific day and time.
What's it called?
It's called My TSA.
Okay.
It's got a picture of a frowning person on the front.
It just tells you, hey, throw it away. Don't bring it.
I also got the full. I got the full HJ search.
What do you mean?
Oh.
I got the full pat.
Because I've asked for that, never got it.
over the waistband handy, the whole thing.
Is that why they're so mean to
I
you
got
at
the whole
TSA?
thing.
Yes.
I think they do it because they look, okay, look, here's an older white dude traveling with little kids. This guy there's zero chance he's a terrorist. But this way they could go, hey, look, we're not racial profiling. Look,
I see, yeah.
Look, we just searched Jed Clampett over there with the 2 little kids.
Yeah.
his 2 little grandbabies.
I get that all the time. I get the pat down and
Andy got it
My
this
dad
time,
explained
too.
it to me. He goes,
What?
dude, you're a single guy flying alone
with a beard.
And you're he doesn't agree. My dad didn't agree, but I'm sure I'm on some list because of the movies I watch and the books I read.
The manifestos you send.
I hope they are reading those. I make many salient points about the world.
Some guy in a sub basement at the FBI, like, this guy's nuts.
So this pre-check thing, this TSA pre-check, you
Yes.
essentially so if you have $60, you don't have to be checked for bombs anymore.
Yes,
that's essentially the crux of it.
And you got to meet somebody at a UPS.
Well, first of all, it's $80,
Yeah,
and
first of all, secondly,
you still have to go through. It's just a faster.
It's a shorter line.
$80 a year.
80 for 5.
5 years?
Yeah, it's good for 5 years.
All right.
Then you got one more password to memorize. It's too much of a pain in the ass for me. one more password I
Already
give.
on your ticket when you go, you just show it.
Yeah,
you go.
you
It's
just
easy.
you have a TSA
Nevertheless, I'm
number.
just wondering. Does that thing tell you if you log onto that in the morning? It'll say, "Hey, the line's
Yes.
is typically an hour and a half long."
Yes.
This is one of those things where you keep asking us the same question, and we keep answering
She
you
told me.
the same
No,
answer.
she told me it tells you what
delays
It
there
just said
are.
it-
Chick, I was in a
is
security
that
line with
flight
them.
delays or
No,
Both.
it's line
Both.
delays.
It's both.
too.
For an hour in the line, he kept going, there should be an app where you can look this up. He's been on this for days now. We can't get rid of it.
My TSA app.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now you'll go online yourself and you'll announce to the room during the commercial, here's that app I was wanting to know about. I want everybody to know I found it. So here it is.
I have to say the HJ was pretty good.
Well, that's good. Yeah, yeah.
When
Sometimes it's exciting.
When I was waiting in that line, I was scrolling on my phone, and TSA has a Twitter, and they were doing oh, hey, when TSA has to come explain why peanut butter's a liquid, and it's a meme with LeBron holding the flag.
Oh, that's funny.
And I'm going, you don't have money to hire a 22-year-old social media advisor. Get another person in the line. Also, why are the rules different in every place? The laptops, the shoes. Why are you yelling at me? I don't work here. You work here. You're not my supervisor.
I know.
I have no idea what's going on here. Yeah.
That's my biggest problem with it. Quit treating us like we're a-holes.
Yes.
I'm not a piece of garbage.
Well, but you kind of...
Yeah.
They started. I get in line with an open mind every time.
Every time.
I am ready to be friendly to this person.
You're not. You don't have any preconceived.
And they look at me like, "What are you doing here?
You idiot! Why'd you take your?
I'm sorry you chose this path in life. Don't take it out on me."
Try going through TSA with comedian Drew Hastings.
No. See, that's he and I both would end up in jail because I'd be his hype man.
He's way
You
worse
tell him,
than
Drew.
Flavor
Flav. This is against our rights.
Yeah, I literally have gone. I have deliberately stayed 80 feet away from him when he goes through because here it comes.
Yeah, I'm not that guy.
If you want to see it, open it up, buddy.
I do know that is a tough job, and so I'm just quiet the whole time.
So what is with the shoe thing? I'm confused.
It's
shoe
different.
bomber.
It's different at every airport.
Yes.
Sometimes shoes on.
It
Sometimes-
does seem like different airports have different
They
criteria.
do, and they admit it.
And here's my solution to this: the guy that they caught with the shoe bomb, burn him at the stake publicly at an airport tarmac. Prime time. If you do this, we're going to burn you alive. Because I do believe in cruel and unusual punishment.
How did that guy even survive the flight? If I were on a flight and I look over and some guy's trying to light his shoe, I'm going, who else is beating him up until he's dead?
I want to fight.
Am I the only one?
I want to fight a guy who puts his chair back. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Once again, if they don't want you to put your chair back, don't let the seats be able to do that mechanically.
No chair back.
No chair back.
No.
Boo.
You can do it, so you should be able to do it.
No.
It's a prick test. That's what they're doing. Who on this flight is a prick?
That's why I fly first class. You can push the seats back.
I'm sorry, Mr. First Class.
That's right.
You're getting gum in your hair.
It's got to be so awesome.
Even in first class, if I put the seat
You're
back,
getting gum
and I'm
in your hair
still
first.
6 feet away from you, you're going to say I'm a prick.
I have a similar rule, Pat. It rhymes with gum.
It's because you didn't get the HJ in line at TSA.
Put that in my hair? You put it in my hair? That's hot.
Just protein, yeah.
That's hot, yeah.
While you're watching something about Mary on your phone, coincidentally enough.
Okay. Don't you love though when the person next to you gets hot coffee and then when the plane, the turbulence hits?
Yeah. You realize that's friendly fire is the thing. You know, I'm going to get some of that too, pal.
You couldn't wait. Or the person that gets the incredibly smelly, gigantic sandwich that they bring on the plane.
Oh, no.
More on the way in just a minute. Comedians Jen Kober and Michael Cleveland will be in studio, so come on back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Look around. You can find cars like these on AutoTrader, like that car right in your tail. Or if you're tailgating right now, all those cars doubling as kitchens and living rooms are on AutoTrader too. Are you working out and listening to this ad at the same time? Well, multitasking pro, cars like the ones in the gym parking lot are for sale on AutoTrader. New cars, used cars, electric cars, maybe even flying cars. Okay, no flying cars, but as soon as they get invented, they'll be on AutoTrader. Just you wait. AutoTrader.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show here on a Friday morning. This is Christopher in the Bob and Tom Studios. The gang is back in here live on Monday, so make sure you're here for that as well. Right now, a segment with comedians Jen Kober and Michael Cleveland.
Hello, Tom. We got a big show today.
Super fun.
Yeah.
Greg Warren, Reno Collier, comedian Jen Kober. Jen has a new project out there. It's a video on YouTube called No Flies on Me. Jen is a very fine stand-up comedian. And she's also going to be part of Cirque du Soleil. Now, I don't know how to delicately put this. She will not be...
An acrobat.
Yes.
No.
You will not be doing any acrobatics.
I come out right after the girl that swings from her hair.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, I won't be doing that.
Well, your hair is very short.
It is. My hair is very short. But this is the worst part. My wife's hair is very long. I don't know if you've ever lived with a long-haired lady.
I do right now.
Shed.
Oh, yeah.
They shed. I blew my nose the other day, and one of her hairs came out. What is happening?
Constantly molting.
Right? And if you
got to be careful where you put your nose.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But if you live with a woman that has long hair, you know that in your shower drain there lives an animal.
Oh, yeah.
I got in the shower the other morning. I was like, babe, do I need to walk this thing or feed it? What are we doing? I feel like we should name it, put it up for adoption. It's a lot. Because all I have have ever wanted, Tom, is a hypoallergenic lesbian. Right? Don't they make like a lesbidoodle? Is there a lesbidoodle? Let's make that happen.
Yeah, it's the former owner of a couple of Labradoodles. I'm fully aware of that.
I feel like this is the answer. We just need a nice lesbian.
Let me ask you this, in all truth, whenever I see one of those hairballs, historically, I always take a Kleenex and pick it up.
Oh, I make my wife get it. No, I call her in.
Oh, you don't bareback it?
She does a thing now where she takes the hair and she swirls it on the tile. I'm like, what are you doing? She goes, I don't want it to go down the drain.
Yes.
So the answer is to put it on the wall.
One of my girlfriends would put it on the wall, too.
That is so.
Yes, you talked about
I thought for the longest time that we had a pattern. We just bought this house. I thought we had pattern tile in the bathroom. And I realized, no, this is just her swirling her hair. I
Now,
can't do it.
Christy, would you pick it up with your fingers or would you get a Kleenex?
No, I get a Kleenex, or actually I even use scissors. Take it and... Yeah.
Hey, Josh, what would you put on the wall when you were in the shower?
Temporarily, it would be
DNA. Okay.
That's a nice way to put it.
Well, no, you answered for me.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. Now, we're going to get back to Jen in just a second, but you are on your way to Las Vegas.
I am.
And what is the name of this particular Cirque du Soleil show?
It's called Mad Apple. It's playing at the New York Casino and Resort. It has been, I think they just had their 1 year anniversary. It's a great show. Such high energy. It's really, really fun. It's a little dirty. It's a little dirtier than the other Cirque du Soleil shows because it's set on the streets of New York. You know.
Yeah, I was reluctantly taken to Cirque du Soleil a few years back. I've since been 2 more times. I couldn't believe how great it was.
It's beautiful. Like to work in an ensemble with when you're a comedian, you perform with other comedians and usually it's just me and openers. Like it's not like I'm around a bunch of headliners, but it's incredible to be in a cast of people that are that talented. There's a guy in the show who throws this little skinny woman up in the air. He throws her in the air and he catches her, and that's his shtick. And then he puts on a blindfold and throws her in the air and still catches her. And then they like put him backwards and upside down, and then he throws her in there. And every time I see this guy backstage, I want to make him laugh because I'm a comedian. That's in my nature. But I am scared to make him laugh because I don't want to throw him off balance and he drops this little skinny bitch in the middle of the show. Yeah. I'm scared to draw his focus. Like every time I see him, I just stone face it. I'm just like, no, I can't. Don't make Yuri laugh. Don't do it.
Does the woman have any particular skill set other than being small?
Than being the smallest woman that I've ever seen? No. I mean, I'm sure she does. She's graceful. She points her toes and is,
sure,
is fairy-like and such. Much more dainty than I. But I mean, it's unbelievable that she lets him do this to her. I mean, right? And then that he...
Because he's dropped her.
That's what I'm saying. Is like everybody has a bad day at work.
Right, exactly.
Everybody has a day where you're phoning it in. You're just like...
Like it'd be my former partner. She's the one coming up the ramp with her mouth in a tube.
That bad.
Mouth in a tube.
But let's take a quick check-in here with Patty G in the other room. Can you hear me okay, Pat?
I can indeed, yeah.
Okay. Now, can you hear Michael? Michael, can you give Pat a little bit of a thing on your violin over there, your fiddle, I should say.
It's like the devil went down to Georgia.
Isn't that nice?
I mean,
wow, is that's the 20-second version of Charlie Daniels? That's amazing.
Keep practicing, Michael.
You'll get it next time.
Unbelievable. Pat, what do you guys want to do?
You want to hear Gangsta Folk or Stuck in a Car? Those are pretty...
do Gangsta Folk.
Okay, here we go. We're in E, Michael.
All right.
You take the gangster rap, you tone it down, put it to a nice folk melody so everybody can enjoy the message of the gangsta. It's called Gangsta Folk. There you go. I'm Patty G.
He's Patty G.
And it's all good.
It's all good.
I'll pop a cap in your ass if you're in my neighborhood.
Nice neighborhood.
ain't all that my brother would say about my mother. I'm the bomb. This ain't no joke, it's gangsta folk. Oh, yeah. Yo, dog, check it out. My hooches fly.
His hooches fly.
Don't diss my boo.
What's a boo?
Or you'll end up like you know who.
Tupac, that's who.
Shout out to all my G's. What's up, peeps?
Cracker, please.
I'm dope, so take a toke of gangster folk. It's gangster folk, we be chilling out. Puffing on the chronic till we all folked out. Hoes in the hot tub, 24/7, hoping it ain't no lie.
Nasty hoes.
Well, I'm the best MC. My rhyme is fat. I cock my Glock, biatch.
Who dat?
First does my Isle dog keep on playing. I have no idea what I'm saying. Oh, I'm the bomb, this ain't no joke, it's gangster folk. One time, Michael. Oh, I'm the bomb, this ain't no joke, it's gangster folk. Peace out, Michael Cleveland.
Ah, very good.
Michael, you nailed it.
True that. Now you said who dat. That's very Louisiana. That's very
Who dat?
Who dat? Yeah,
Who
that's
dat?
the thing.
True that. Who that?
True dat?
True dat?
Yeah. Do you follow the world of hip hop?
I mean, as much as
Is there a
fat
ge-
white lesbian from the South?
Is there a genre of lesbian hip hop? I mean, I'm sure there are some lesbian hip
There
hop
is
artists.
a genre of lesbian hip hop. There's a what are they called? Something and she. I'd have to look it up, but yeah, there is. There's a little lesbian duo, and they
Sound like the Indigo
they
Sisters?
rap. Yes.
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
Oh, I think we've nailed it. Now, you
MC Etheridge.
Very nice.
Bravo.
I thought those were both very funny. Thank you very much. Are you a cook?
I am.
I mean, because Louisiana, I always think of Justin. Remember that?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I guarantee.
Justin Wilson?
Justin Wilson.
Justin Wilson. Justin Wilson's the great magician, and by the way, he's got a naked thing on his website. You must.
It's up on Instagram. It's so funny.
His clothes have disappeared. Justin Wilson. But what was his tagline?
I guarantee.
That's it. I guarantee.
Such a cutie. Such a cutie. I do cook, but my wife is a baker. So.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's real good, y'all. Hot sex and there's cake. But here's the thing, y'all. When she's had a bad day at work, I'm like, what could it have? What did you? She's like, all I did all day, I just made icing all day. I'm like, that sounds awful, right? I'm starting to call her my little prostitute. I'm just kidding. I don't pay for it. She's just a tart. Boom!
Now I don't want to get. I don't want to violate your the borders.
Violate her borders.
Well, I don't want to intrude on the deeper aspects of your personal sexual encounters.
Yes, Tom.
I, for one, do not approve of food in the bedroom at all, anywhere, and I hate room service at hotels. I can't stand. I don't.
He's a prude.
Tom,
So this is my question. I don't want to. Again, you don't have to go into any personal details. But does she ever bring the frosting into the bedroom? Or?
We have not done frosting in the bedroom. I don't know if you know about lady parts, but sugar is not very good for them.
Oh, no kidding.
You're risking some infection there. Maybe a little. So some things you don't want to go down. So sugar not great for that. But I do.
Don't you mean go down on?
I do.
Some things you don't want to go down.
I enjoy a little Cool Whip on a nipple every now and then. But other than that,
that should be the title of your next special.
Cool Whip on
the nipple. And you have a little trademark sign after.
Or how about Cool Whipple on a nipple? That way you can get around the cool.
Or just Cool Nip.
Yeah, that's a good one too. I like how you guys are editing for me.
Yeah, no, I don't like food in any.
Yeah,
we know.
Do you like room service?
I love room service.
Who doesn't like?
Well, here's the problem. I do have a problem with room service, and my problem with room service is that there's never a surface in the room on which to eat the room service. They have to. I make them leave the tray they rolled it in on, but sometimes they don't want to do that. They just want to give you the food, and you have to eat it at that like weird desk.
Yes,
in a hotel room, which doesn't feel
That's why I hate
good.
it.
I don't like that part of it. But anytime you're bringing food to me, especially, I love those little dome covers.
Aren't those fun?
Oh my God, it's so. It's like ta-da! It's usually just a burger and fries when I get room service, but it's very exciting, the reveal.
Have you ever walked down a hotel hallway and seen some fries sitting there that have been and had
Listen,
one?
this happens to me in Vegas all the time. There's people will leave like their whatever they didn't eat from room service right outside of their room. And look, there have been some nights when you're coming back, maybe you've had a couple of cocktails at a roulette table, and you're thinking those fries don't look like they've been touched,
Right.
And you're tempted. It's very tempting, but I can honestly say I have never eaten it.
I did it once.
You did?
I was drunk, and it was a dinner roll. Oh. It was sitting there, and it looked perfect.
I did once see a pizza box outside of someone's room, and I didn't eat the pizza, but I looked in to see if there was pizza.
Oh.
It was just an empty box, thank God, because I think I would have taken a slice of pizza.
Yeah. Now, look, I have a question for Michael Cleveland. Michael, this is a non-musical question.
All right.
And we've established a couple things. You're a brilliant musician, and you're blind. Those are the big two.
Right. Were you aware of those things, Michael?
I was not. You just said that.
Everyone is bothered when they eat out. I don't like looking at menus. I have to read all the time. I don't want to go. It's too much work. When you go to a restaurant, in as much as you can't read the menu, presumably they don't have it in Braille.
Well, they might have it in Braille, yeah.
Sometimes they do, but man, I'm so slow at reading Braille these days.
Oh.
I mean, one time I tried to actually read a Braille menu. It took me about an hour. I was like, no, this ain't happening.
So
Make somebody read it to you.
Do you ask your bandmates, or are they going to?
Yeah, but now I got these glasses. You know, they're supposed to be able to do that.
These new AI Ray-Bans,
Yeah,
they
Ray-Ban
can
Meta
read?
glasses. Yeah. It takes a picture of it.
And then what is it? And then it just tells you what it says?
Yeah, it tells you the items on the menu.
Oh, wow.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it is.
Because I was hoping your bandmates would screw up with you.
They do.
They go, well, I'm sorry. All they have is vegan stuff, Michael.
Yeah, right.
Oh, they have fish head sandwiches here.
Yeah.
Wow, that's exciting.
Yes.
It's their specialty.
Only rice.
Now, how do you know what's left on your plate?
Oh my God!
Well, you got a fork and a spoon.
So you go by touch?
Yeah.
Do you ever miss your mouth?
Well, yeah.
Isn't that what Seinfeld said? He'd always the worst thing about being blind was bugs in your food.
Yeah, I said not being able to see if there are bugs in your food.
You wouldn't know, right? Crunch, crunch, crunch. Oh my God, was that a raisin
What's
or a
the
bug?
next question? How do you know when you're done wiping your butt?
And the answer is?
He's
I ain't
on to you,
telling.
isn't he?
I ain't telling.
Thank you. Jen and I were having a fashion discussion in the green room.
Oh, here we go.
Involving-
Can I guess what it was about?
Go ahead.
Sure.
Her hat.
Nope.
Is that right?
No, it was not
No,
about my hat. Though my hat says
No
is
flies on me.
No flies on me. It's for my special.
No, but it's a skew. It's got a little flavor. It's off.
It's always
it
got
is-
to be a skew.
It's kind of canted, if you will, which lends itself to a rather unfortunate joke that my Michael will probably tell it. But, no, we were discussing shoes, your sphere of knowledge.
Oh, I like shoes. Yeah.
Sneakers.
Sneakers.
Because I was over the weekend, I was getting one of my girls a pair of shoes, and we went in the store, and they had the OCs.
Do you get her a
The
pair of
On-Clouds.
On-Clouds?
No, she ended up getting another type that she liked more, but they have the Hokas.
Hokas, yes.
And it looks like you're walking on a mattress.
Oh,
I did not care. But you said this is a big thing in the lesbian
Let
community?
me tell you something. I travel a lot with lesbians. I do a lot of trips with these lesbians.
Oh, yeah. Tell
And
us
there
about that.
Two
What's
kinds.
Hey, Josh,
there are Hoka lesbians and there are OC lesbians.
Oh.
And they fight like in West Side Story, the Sharks and the Jets. It's like whose shoes are better, and they argue. I have watched two grown women argue over whose shoes were better.
Yeah, that'd probably be that video might sell.
I got some Hokas.
Yeah?
And I really like them. Yeah, super low impact. They're
But you
great.
would never wear them here, right?
When I walk in them, if I were going to walk afterwards, yeah.
Is it weird? They seem like the sole is so thick.
You know,
That
it doesn't
seem weird.
They don't look that thick on the ones I got, at least, and then they feel really good.
Tom's wearing slip-on shoes today. Have you seen him?
Oh no, but I think that's fine.
Yeah, the slip-on OCs.
Yeah, they're kind of like loafers.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I could get him on quick. That's the beauty of it. Right now, we're going to switch gears. I think we have the satellite hookup. There he is. Look at that handsome man.
Hey, Reno.
Good morning, my friend.
Are you wearing slippers right now, or do you have shoes on? Because you're home at your house.
I don't have any shoes on, or socks, or pants.
Now, what room are you in at your house?
Really, Tom? The bathroom.
Will you stop? Yeah. He's in the funeral viewing area.
I'm in the funeral viewing area.
Yes.
No, because I'm wondering, if I get you one of those lamps, like in Christmas Story, would you put it there?
100%. And I would leave it there, and it'd fit perfectly right in front of the window, and it would give my wife an aneurysm, but I would do it in a heartbeat.
Okay, because they have those, you know.
I know.
They're very fragile.
Love them.
Yeah,
fragile. That's right.
They're lovely. Now, you're a Southern guy. You're a Southern guy. We have what's a Louisiana person called?
Cajuns, right?
Oh, are you Cajun?
No, but I just consider myself a hick. I'm just backwoods a little bit, you know.
Now, do you say you all on a regular basis, Reno?
Y'all.
I mean, do you say is that part of your common speech pattern?
Of course it is.
Yeah, I think so. You can't help it. Like, it just kind of...
Well, it's nice. I think it's charming.
It's also gender neutral, so it's very progressive.
Right. Well, and that's progressive. That's why... Have you ever heard that joke? Why rednecks don't go to Ivy League school? Because when someone goes, where do you go to school? And they go, Yale. And they go, where do you go to school?
I love that.
That's a great one.
So what pronouns y'all like to use? Does that work?
Sort of, yes.
Is that working? Okay, good.
If Hicks cared about such things as pronouns, that would be lovely.
Cisgender, of course she's a woman. She's my sis. Thank you. Thank you very much.
My mother said to me at Christmas, she goes, there is no way every member of that Siberian orchestra is trans.
We'll wrap things up for you on a Friday. Coming up in just a minute, comedian, impressionist Frank Caliendo is next here on the Bob and Tom Show.
It's time to rewrite the vacation rules. With Royal Caribbean, your family can look forward to just about anything. Break the thrill barrier, roaring down the tallest water slide in North America. Jump into breathtaking jungles and jaw-dropping coves. Vibe off the charts on our private island Perfect Day at Coco Cay. And end the day knowing things are just getting started. Because this isn't just any vacation. This is all the vacations. Come seek the Royal Caribbean. Ships Registry, Bahamas.
This is the Best of the Bob and Tom Show on a Friday morning. Welcome back. This is Christopher in the Bob and Tom Studios. Let's wind things up today with comedian, impressionist Frank Caliendo.
Frank, it's always a great pleasure to see you. And you're looking great.
I try real hard. So one of the reasons I wanted Willie to be here today, because I did request Willie to be in today. You know, I originally worked with Willie a little bit. Where was the first time you worked with me? Milwaukee?
Yeah, maybe some guest spots in Chicago a couple years ago.
Yeah, that's right. And he did pretty well. And then the time I saw him after that, I'm like, wow, you've gotten much better, just like my dad said. And I started bringing him some different places. But now, here's the thing: is one of the things about working with somebody on the road is I always find somebody who's willing to drive a stupid amount, right? So that's part. Willie knows that's part of the deal.
Oh yeah.
I go, I think your comedy's great. I think you work for this audience and it'll be fantastic. But can you drive 4 hours?
And 5.5 hours.
5.5. I'm just talking about the first part, the first leg. So that's always a thing with me because I really don't enjoy driving, although it's where I get a lot of work done. If I'm driving by myself, I'll talk to myself the whole time. You always bring up the Jim Rome. That's where I got the Jim Rome impression, was just being in the car, talking to myself, doing this over and over. So Willie's obliged, and he's been doing great. The shows have been fantastic, but the last time he drove, I made demands, and so we were in a casino in southern Illinois area, and we'd stopped to get some food. Because I'm doing this intermittent fasting, where I'm not eating most of the day. I try not to eat for 16 to 18 hours during the day, and then just eat in a window. But when I eat in this window, I kind of gorge. So not just kind of. I eat 2,000 calories worth for the day. Maybe 3,000. So we stopped at a sandwich shop. What was it? We stopped at Jimmy John's. And I know there's certain things, if I get the dressing on the sandwich, that can be an issue, having not eaten for 18 to 20 hours or whatever it is. But I also got the pickle. So I ate the pickle, and I'm like, I shouldn't eat the pickle. Something's going to happen. I can hear, we get back in the car, and my stomach starts gurgling. We're a couple hours in. And
he goes, it's one of those things where usually it's like, hey, if there's an opportunity, could you pull over?
And that's how I felt at the time. That's how I felt at the time. It was definitely, if there's an opportunity, if you see something coming along, and it looks safe, clean, safe, like people have used the bathroom and they've cleaned it in between. If there's an opportunity. Maybe we get an exit,
and then it turned into pull over right now. No, can't. Don't park on that side of the Starbucks. Park by the door.
Not even there yet. Then we see a sign that says next exit 35 miles. He goes, "Can you hold it?" I go, "I hope so." So I'm starting to feel the contractions are getting closer and closer.
Baby's coming.
And he doesn't know whether to laugh or hope it happens. He's just sitting there. He goes, "Oh no, my dad. If we had to pee when we were kids, my dad would say, I wish I could turn some water on right now."
Oh yeah, the waterfalls.
So he's just milking it. So we are on our way, and he was getting seriously worried about me because I think I was changing color. I think there was the poison was starting to set in.
You were sweating.
I was sweating. He'd look over to me every once in a while and he'd be, "Are you okay?" Like, I think I hope we get. Can you go faster?
Now, is this in Willie's car?
Yeah, it's Willie's car.
Oh my God!
We finally made it to a Starbucks, and I park at the first spot that I see, and he screams, "There's a spot 3 cars up! It's right by the door. Why would you park at that?"
That was the stupidest thing I've ever seen. You parked in the middle of the lot. And he was so worried. He was like, "Yeah, but I thought you need to get out as fast. But I need to get out as fast as possible, but I don't need to walk. I meant pull up alongside." And I was tightening everything that I'd worked on tightening in I was tightening abs, cheeks, everything, both sets. Everything was getting tightened. And I'm trying to get over there, and you could just hear him giggling in the back. So I get there, and it was a Starbucks, right? It was and nobody was in either of them. And I got in. I'm not even sure if you know how safely you make sure you lock the door in. Yeah. I don't think there was anything locked. I don't know what happened, but people knew as soon as I sat down, "Don't come anywhere near this."
So funny. Poor barista. Oh my gosh, is that guy on Mad TV? What a great day.
Did he bait you with like, well, what would Robin Williams say about what's happening to you right now?
Oh no, it's Joe versus the volcano. Here we go. I mean, and when I said, "Will you come in?" just so I can, because it was coming back to me. I hadn't relived that moment at all, and when I saw Willie, it all started to come back to me today. But after that drive, I would never have anybody drive me in an emergency dump.
And I, by the way, this on a side note, if I were ever made president, many of the things I would do, I would require every sign at the side of a freeway that says whatever, McDonald's, Starbucks, whatever it is, would have the mileage from the exit.
Yeah.
I hate it when you get off and you find out, it's just 7 miles that way. Oh, so I'm going to go 20 minutes out of my way to get this.
We were in the middle of, I was thinking about getting in a cornfield. And if you build it,
they will dump.
You will dump. I was there. Like, he's like, "Do you need me?" I'm like, "I'm thinking about it." I literally was to that point where I just didn't know what was going to happen. I was so worried I was going to ruin his car. And then it was going to be a different story here. But it was just one of those moments where, this guy's the right guy. I found the one. Good. I found the one.
Was this one where after you were finished at Starbucks, you were good, or were there aftershocks?
I was worried about it, and he was actually checking on me a bunch.
That's the job of a feature, baby.
There were little rumblings, but it wasn't that. It was good. It was horrific.
Yeah.
I mean, I got in there, and nothing. nothing was solid. I don't know what happened. I was at the state fair. I really don't know. I mean, it was one of the worst. Like, I had this horrific feeling the whole time, but it was this element of this could be incredibly embarrassing, but what a great story this would be at the same time. And I didn't want to tip the scale, so to speak, in the great story. I knew it would be a great story, and I knew it would end up being a pretty good story this way. It would have been an incredible story.
If only you'd gotten there, and it was one of the ones that required a code to get in.
I thought I had all those. Everything was going through my head. I was going to be a code breaker. I was thinking Benedict Cumberbatch. I was thinking everything I could was going through my head. Like, what could be the problems? Because as you get closer to that bathroom, it hits you more and more.
The launch code. It's like the launch codes, as Chick says. You fired the launch codes,
and they begun. You can't back off.
Yeah, it really was global thermonuclear war.
Would you like to play a game?
No.
This is the Bob and Tom Show. Expert entrepreneur Ed Milet is on a mission to max out your life.
I exist here weekly so that you can make your dreams come true, become the man or woman you're capable of, and then pay it forward.
It's time to get laser focused on peak performance.
Clarity equals focus, and focus equals success. That's what I'm here to do every week with you. Max out.
The Ed Milet Show. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.